Welcome back, Return of the Mac. Episode 145, M.A.C. Moss, Andrew, Carl back in the building once again. What's happening, fellas? Oh, Blxst over here. Blxst over here kicking it with us.
I love the ad-lib.
I do like that.
What's his ad-lib?
That's
Chi?
Yeah.
Sounds good on the record.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I would imagine
he always puts it in a good spot where he's taking a little break. So okay, I see what type of time.
It's got a good ad-lib.
You don't see like a lot of R&B singers with like
a traditional, not a traditional, like a
that's pretty cool.
Specific ad-lib for themselves.
Right. It's very common in hip hop.
They just be repeating their word.
You know that shit's kind of merged at this point, but you know
they got him in both categories. He had R&B and rap.
Oh yeah,
makes sense.
I see him as an R&B artist.
Yeah, I do
too. True, for sure.
Definitely be singing.
That's dope though. That's cool. That's cool.
What's up this week,
man?
This guy over here.
You said you're gonna tell us the story.
I told you, man. Look,
tell us the story. Why
I turn 30 next month.
Yeah,
but
they hit you like a bag of bricks.
Life is letting me know what it's like.
That's right.
Right now,
it's a search you can't just get up and do no more, bro.
Yeah. I fucked my back up completely. Yesterday,
I thought this was just soreness for real. All jokes aside, I thought you were just sore like from lifting or whatever. You really messed up your back.
You can say that.
I mean, you can say that.
It's like
you was getting lifted.
Stop it. Time out, bro.
420.
Ain't nobody ever picked me up off my 2 feet. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
We could have been talking about smoking, bro. Like, we talking about, like, you just light it up. What are you talking about? 420 just passed?
I'm just saying.
Look where your mind at.
Interesting.
I didn't participate, I'll tell you that.
Interesting.
Oh, you just let them have it. Go ahead. My man. Just do your thing, bro.
No, I fucked my back up, man. I did. I was, see, y'all gonna make this into a gay thing.
There's gonna be so many though.
I'm stop. That was my last one.
I was working out. You know, I did my kettlebell walks. Everything went smooth with that.
Right.
Then I was like, shit, I gotta hit some legs today. So did some squats. And on my last set, I was like, man, you know, I'm turned up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know, the last set you're trying to kill it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like trying to do like these explosive type squats.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to do this now. You're trying to make us joke.
No, it's a workout.
We understand completely.
Right, so so my last set, I was just trying to get like, you know, real explosive full reps. So I'm going
full thrust
as deep into the squat as I possibly can.
Into the squat. Oh man.
So
you was trying to take it off.
Yeah. Stop it, bro. This is what happened. And after I'm done, like I could feel it, like my back kind of tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like my lower back, it was a little tight. But I was like, you know, no big deal. I went upstairs, I made my protein shake, I did the regular shit that I normally do. And then I went to go get some water. No, I don't smoke no cigarette.
Go ahead.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, bro.
You had the vape, bro.
I went to go get some water, and my back just fucking completely tightens up to the point where I'm like, I can't even stand up anymore, and I collapsed on the floor.
Oh my God!
I just dropped right there.
All right, this is funny now for different reasons. That's hilarious.
Like one of those Life Alert commercials. I'm falling and can't get up.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
So
I'm slipping.
Yeah. Then I crawl my way to the couch and get onto the couch. I call Shannon and tell her I need some help immediately. And I mean, just like I said, I mean, it's been fucked up since then. I literally had to crawl up the steps in my house to make it to the bedroom. One of the most pathetic moments of my life.
It's all the way upstairs you did this? Like you crawled all the way upstairs? You got a lot of stairs.
You went from the basement all the way up?
No, I walked up. I was walked just fine up to the main level. But I had to get upstairs
how big this
to my room.
House is? No, I'm on the main level now.
Yeah.
You had to walk to the west wing.
I had to walk upstairs. I mean, I had to crawl upstairs to my bedroom. So again, it was the top 3 pathetic moment of my life. Like literally crawling through my house.
That's hilarious.
In pain. So
when was this?
This was yesterday morning. I text my boss and everything like, look, I don't know if I'm gonna make it into work on time.
I gotta crawl downstairs.
Yeah, I can't make it downstairs right now. But I was able to do that eventually. But man, it was My shit's still tight, bro.
That's wild.
My shit's fucked up right now. Like,
Yeah,
if I sit down too long and try to get up and stuff, like, I don't know. It's just,
We got to stretch here in a few minutes. Still
Probably
a pod
so.
break for you to stand
Probably
up,
so,
walk around the room.
Yeah, probably so.
You ain't stretching.
But yeah, I mean, it just lets me know, like, I need to, like, fuck you, man. I don't know what you said.
I'm just asking the question,
but
man.
I feel like you tried to get a joke off.
Nah, I just asking.
I feel like you tried to get a
you
joke
stretch
off.
before you started squatting. That's all I'm asking.
I will in the future.
Yeah, you should do that.
I will in the future.
You definitely should do that.
That's not what they call it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're not
but,
on spring chicken
this
no
shit-
more, bro. You're hitting 30 this year, bro. I
shit-
gotta
this shit
understand.
won't happen to me again. So,
So that's why I don't work out.
to avoid injury.
Yeah. Yeah, just decided that right now. That's the reason.
I mean, yeah, it's a good idea. If
Smart.
you stay on the
Smart of
couch, you
me.
can't get hurt. I don't know how
Exactly.
you can hurt yourself like that.
Smart of me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, though.
Yeah,
I do
man.
appreciate you sharing that with the pod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially through all the gay jokes we were making. You made it impossible for us not to. Even once we tried to stop, you were like, "Oh, what's the gayest words I could use to describe?"
I mean,
Explosion.
yeah,
It's like, what?
how is explosion gay?
tried to really max it out at the end.
A lot of different
It
ways
was
to do it.
I
it
could see
felt
like
you
going
were-
going deep. I mean,
Yeah.
that could be, but I knew that was going to be taken that way. So,
Yeah, you said
but that's
it
the only way to describe.
You said it that
I
way.
mean, I was really. Damn, I can't say that. I can't
Go
say
ahead.
that. I was really trying to touch my ankles with the squats.
really
Yeah.
climaxed your effort there.
This guy, bro.
You could say that in a way. Yeah.
It's a wild boy right there.
That's a great pod story.
Yeah.
Great
yeah.
pod story.
that.
Appreciate you sharing
Top
that
three
with us.
again.
Clip
Top
it.
3 pathetic moment of my life.
Yeah, I really am picturing you just falling in the kitchen, like calling Shannon, I can't get up.
I can't-
and
yo,
then
like-
crawling up the stairs. That's hilarious.
Crawling, bro. Crawling.
Yeah.
And
I didn't
yeah,
let my kids see me do it. That's important. That was important to me.
Go to
that my
your
kids
rooms.
Didn't see me. They were still asleep, so they did not see me
this was
crawl.
early morning.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm waking up at like 5:30 to work out normally. So
Damn.
yeah,
Early morning
I
workout.
was laying on the floor before
Definitely
the sun
got
came
stressed.
up.
You getting up that early to work out, bro. What you thinking? Who you think you
Fresh
is?
out of
I know.
bed.
I mean, like, hey,
I'm
big on his squats
He
real
really
quick.
thought he was 21 still.
Like, who you think you is?
It's not like, I mean, I had I did the kettlebell walks, I had jump rope and shit. So I'm like, I thought I was warmed up, you know? Apparently not.
You know what's funny is like now that we are this age, not like I have like real physical problems very often, but when I think about like athletes, like it makes more sense.
Yeah, you gotta
Makes
respect like
more
these professionals a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
when they're like talking about somebody at 35, like starting to not produce the same way they used to. I'm
for
like,
sure.
35?
Like
what
Russell.
are you talking
Played
about?
78 games.
Yeah, I'm starting to give a little
Running
bit
back
more
and forth
slack.
at the way he plays at that speed every single game.
Makes that LeBron and Tom Brady shit way more impressive.
It really does.
It's crazy.
It's like, how?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, if you're at 29 about to kill yourself, Tom's out
43.
here just
I mean,
ridiculous.
seriously. And it's like, I get why running backs have a short shelf life.
right.
Remember, you can't do this shit past 30.
It's a lot of wear and
impossible.
tear, bro.
Yeah,
It's a lot of wear and tear.
crazy.
sure.
What about you, Moss? What's going on with you this week?
Well, didn't hit any squats.
No
Like my guy over there. You know, just had a little regular workout.
Y'all got to start working out more regularly.
I do. You kind of right about that.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes you just told us about sounds like we should not be working out.
We're not gonna be hitting those squats and then I might, take a walk or something. Take it easy.
I'll be stretching.
know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
work out anymore. I just stretch at
Word.
night watching TV.
Getting
Hey yo.
Not me. Not me.
Stretching.
Trying to put this on me because you got your back blew up.
But yeah, nothing crazy, but weather was up and down, like I was saying earlier before we rebooted. But I don't know. Nothing. Spring opening up. It's 85 today. Nice day.
Yeah, man.
Mad about that. What you play?
I am mad about that because as we've discussed the last couple of weeks, I'm getting fatter and I prefer to stay in the cold season right now.
You gotta embrace it, bro. We in our 30s, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta embrace it.
Yeah, but y'all lock down ladies so you can start to embrace it.
Well, I guess.
I still have work to do, so I can't fully just say, hey, I'm fat now, I'm 30.
Well, you know what? The lady for you won't care about that.
That's
Yeah,
true. It's got to be funny.
That's the lie.
Exactly. There's other things that matter, bro. You got your own.
That's
your own
true.
Shit.
That's true. You want good
Your own
credit?
situation. Good job.
Come over here.
Money in the bank, bro. You a prize, bro.
Talk to him.
You a prize.
Oh man,
you gotta respect yourself.
I might go out shirtless tonight. Fuck this.
You gotta go out there with this intention. I'm the prize.
I like
somebody
that.
should be blessed to have me.
I like that.
You know what
I like this a lot. Yeah,
that's a fact though. That's how you should feel.
That's how it should be.
I appreciate y'all.
You know
welcome back to the pod. Yeah, nah, nothing serious going on. Max is moving tomorrow to
Big
Charlotte.
Max,
So
making that move.
This week I've been after work just kicking it with him quite a bit.
Shout out to Max, man.
Yeah, making big moves.
Yeah, big shit. Charlotte is beautiful, man.
It is. Great city.
Beautiful city.
Great city.
I just was down there a couple weeks ago
For the comedy
show.
thing?
Yeah. Really nice there.
Yeah, he's excited. He's excited.
I can see why.
Other than that, not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
It's taking up plenty of time throughout the week, work and stuff. So it is what it is.
Sound about right.
Let's get to these topics. We got a lot of stuff. It felt like that we were talking about before.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
We're going to start with sports stuff again?
We might as well, bro.
Kick it off.
Huh? Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Shit is lit.
Are you ready to talk your shit already, or are you
It's a
holding
good
out?
series.
Are you waiting?
I mean, when was that? Was that Sunday?
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was Sunday. The second game was a Wednesday.
Yeah, we gotta
I
start off
believe.
Sundays since we potted Sunday games. Yeah. Oh no, we had Saturday games too, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, there were Saturday
It was
games.
4 games, yep.
But let's start with that Boston-Brooklyn series. It's by far the most interesting series, I would say, of the
Told y'all.
playoffs.
Sunday.
Are you ready to pop that shit right now, or are you
3:30.
waiting until it's wrapped up? Because it is still dangerous territory.
It is definitely dangerous territory.
What game are they in? Is game 5?
Going to game 3.
Oh, game 3.
Okay.
God damn. Did they have 5 games in the week?
Possibly.
I mean, it's
It does-
possible.
it
but-
does.
Some series already wrapped up.
I mean,
That's not
everybody,
true.
everybody at the same. It's the same spot. Pretty
That's
much.
not true. No series.
Nobody's deserved for 3 games.
Oh, well,
You got any more guesses?
pretty much wrapped up. It's like 3-0 for some of these shits.
It does feel like some of the series have played a whole gang of games, and y'all have only played 2. I feel like they've had y'all specially spaced out.
Yeah, it's like every
Tonight-
other
is
every
tonight
other
the
night.
next one?
Because every night has been games. Yeah, tonight's
Yeah.
game today.
Yeah,
every night's been
getting at
games. They
least
just
3
splitting it up
games.
as 3 one day, 4 one day type shit. I like how they doing it. It's playoffs,
Yeah, I'm not
baby.
mad at it. I'm not
That's
mad at
about
it.
every
Just-
day. We better enjoy it because once this round up, it's gonna be like 3 days of games or some shit like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah,
start breaking that
let's-
shit down.
Let's not even talk about that.
Yeah. Gotta enjoy it now.
I think last week, me and you both said we were taking Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course y'all did.
Moss ran with the crowd.
Disrespecting us in the TD Garden.
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, I told you.
Why do you
I
feel so confident right now then?
thought 2-0.
You said
Yeah,
why?
but still.
I mean, I'll let you answer the question.
Bro,
It's your
bro,
question,
we're
but
not
2-0.
Why do I? What you mean? Yeah, exactly 2-0. You see this number right here?
2-0 is, yeah, but it's
He
not,
really him, bro.
it's,
he
it's
really
not as
him.
damning as like a 3-0 or a 3-1 deficit or anything like that.
It's not.
I'm not even trying to be funny right now.
It's not.
But have you watched either of these games?
I've seen the highlights.
Okay, you didn't watch the game. Though.
Nah, dude.
Well,
If I was a Celtics fan, I would feel fairly confident right now because of the 2-0,
right.
but more specifically because they have schemed a way to make KD a
Irrelevant.
regular player.
Don't.
It's hard to say he's.
We made him
Jason Tatum's
irrelevant in the first 2 games.
Done a pretty good job on him. I seen him get a couple block shots.
Very,
on KD
very good.
on the perimeter, and it's just things you don't really
Clamps,
see that often.
if you will.
He shot 0 for 10 in the second half of the second game.
But
Yeah,
all
him
right,
and
let-
Kyrie,
when
no
they
buckets.
choked the
hold
league.
on, but let's. Kyrie had 10 points. I would
No
just like
buckets in
to
the second
say,
half though. Second.
how often is that going to occur?
Well, that was what I said after game 1, and then they did it again in game 2. That's my only point.
Y'all
I'm not
moving too
saying he's
fast.
like.
I don't-
I think
Y'all
he's going
moving
to
too
have.
fast. Y'all moving too
Yeah, a
fast.
little bit, maybe.
But let's go back to the Sunday. I already felt like we won't get the respect we deserve as the number 2 seed in the East.
Probably not.
Well, people weren't expecting our defense. And I heard a lot of talk of, have we ever been in a position where a 7 seed is a contender for the championship? I'm like, yo, y'all really think that day is gonna bust our ass? Like, why? I think people really thought the KD and Kyrie was gonna come through bust our ass.
I think a lot of people thought that, but I mean, they are a rare 7 seed contender.
Right.
If they,
you got
if they
two of the
beat
biggest
y'all,
stars on
they're
the same
probably
team.
pretty close to a favorite in the East. Or
I get
close
it.
to it, but I understand what you're saying.
I get
Kyrie
it.
was cooking though.
Man,
Kyrie
he
was
cooked that first game.
cooking that
he
game
did.
1.
He did. I think he had a few snacks in that game. I think they say he went without water the whole night, which is kind of crazy.
Well, it was a daytime game, wasn't it?
It was.
So it wasn't
So he couldn't have
He
nothing.
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't late into the day of fasting.
Yeah. So that's
Why
what
would
happened.
you do that?
Ramadan.
It's Ramadan, bro. Yeah, he's Muslim.
I didn't know he was Muslim.
He didn't
I've been
mean
calling
it
him
till, like,
Ramadan
last
Kyrie
year.
for the last couple weeks, bro.
Oh, I thought it was a joke. I didn't know if it was like.
It's like it wasn't
I
for
didn't
real.
know,
No, it's
yeah,
real deal,
no,
bro.
I
He
didn't know.
fasting every game, bro.
I think it was. I think it's been like 2 seasons now
Yeah.
that he's been doing it.
Oh,
But yeah, so, game 2, they had a big moment when sundown hit. He went back to the locker room, grabbed some snacks, a banana and some shit.
it didn't help him.
It did not. It did not. At
He's
that
still a
point, he
little
was
famished.
famished.
You need to call
Definitely
on.
famished.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, man, we putting the clamps on KD. I think 12 turnovers in the first 2 games.
That's the thing to me.
And it's not like oh, KD just, having bad games. It's like, yo, we're causing these turnovers. Like we're affecting him specifically to get the ball out of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And we're putting him out the game. Like he's fucking up his shot, fucking up his motions. He usually gets to his spots and pops them, but we got a hand in his face, somebody picking at his pocket at the same time, like every time he grabs the ball. That shit is amazing to watch, bro. It's amazing to watch. Putting the locks on that man.
It legitimately has been wild to see. I've never seen KD play the way that he has in those first 2 games. The 12 turnovers, I think, is the craziest part. The defense has been good, don't get me wrong, but he's going to hit some shots.
Yeah.
He's going to hit some shots in one of these games.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he has a 35,
He's
40
been hitting
point game.
shots when he got the chance, and he's getting like 20-some points both games.
Yeah, I think he had 27 last
The
game.
last game, he had like 18 of his points from the line, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, I think like less than 10 of them was actual buckets. He had 4 buckets for the whole game.
I think he goes for 35 or 40 in one of these next 2 games at home.
They probably turn around at home.
But that 12 turnovers has been crazy. Like,
Yeah.
he's been getting picked. He's been trying to get past the first defender, dribbles, and spins into the next guy who takes the ball from him. Like, it's been sloppy.
Yeah.
KD like to bring that shit from the left hip when he shoot. Go pat that shit up out of there, bro.
Every time.
Every time you go to the left hip with it, pulling out the holster.
I don't really care about, like, NBA defense like that from the standpoint of, like, the usually if you pay attention to defense in the NBA, like somebody says that this person plays great defense or whatever, it's great one-on-one defense. And that's pretty cool to see.
Team defenses.
But I don't really pay a lot of attention to team defense.
Really.
Like that.
I love
bro.
that shit.
I mean, I like it, but I'm not usually watching the game like, wow, look at that rotation.
Honestly,
look at this rotation.
Like, that's why, like the Warriors run what like everybody thought, and the Spurs back in the day as well too. It's not based on like they had people who could put get buckets or whatever, but no, they'll shut you the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like that's
They're going to make it hard for you. You got to hit tough buckets.
right.
To get
They're
both
gonna
points.
make it hard, make it difficult for your best players, and so I mean, if you always look at it like in the finals, or whatever, it's, both of the, or at least one of those teams, normally the winner of the series had a pretty good defense.
Yeah, for
top
sure.
5 defense in the league or something.
Speaking
like
of
that.
defense, shout out to that boy Marcus Smart, boy. Getting that defensive player of the year. Well overdue. Well overdue. I think Marcus hasn't gotten the credit he deserved in the past few seasons. I believe he could have been in the runnings for at least the last 3. But Marcus Smart is the type of player where we talked about Patrick Beverly last week and how he's like the rah-rah guy. He doesn't put up that stats. Marcus Smart's not always going to have the best stats either. But he makes certain plays, like momentum-changing plays during the game, whether it's a steal, a deflection, a block, a layup, a dive for the ball before it goes out of bounds. Like, it's one of these situations that he's doing that's not a stat that you can record, but it affects the game in a real way. He's been doing that shit for at least the last 3 or 4 years.
He's
been with us for 8.
He's a way better Pat Bev.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
way better.
Facts.
He can give you something
Facts.
on the offensive end.
He's one of my favorite players to watch now, and that's I've always like thought he had flashes of being good and stuff, but I feel like up until the last maybe year or 2, there was like still because do y'all remember him in college?
Yeah, Oklahoma State.
He was nice.
He was a baller.
and
We
was like
drafted him at number 6, first round of the draft.
I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah, he was a
Okay.
high draft pick.
He used to get buckets.
He was a boy. He was
So
a boy.
I think coming into the league, it was almost like he was looked at it as a little bit disappointing because he wasn't as good of an offensive player
Right.
as people thought he was going to be, as I thought he was going to be.
Which even
the last
then-
couple of years,
yeah.
though, as you start to look at him as more of a defender that has an offensive game as well,
Yeah.
it's like, now that I know his role, I think way more highly of him.
He's literally the guy that does whatever we're lacking in the game.
Everything.
Including the offense. Like if our offense ain't going, he'll hit a couple big threes and put us back in position again. If we slacking a little bit, he'll step up in all the moments and do the dirty work that's something that we need to have in that moment. And he'll make it happen, make a play.
He's averaging nearly 6 assists.
Yeah.
Season. That's pretty good. 12 points, 6 assists.
He's primarily been our point guard since we traded Schroeder.
Oh, okay,
He's primarily been a point.
Runs the offense well.
Yeah.
The pass he made to Tatum to finish that game,
great look,
was just, it was like a high basketball IQ. He knew he had exactly just enough time and stuff. That end of that game was one of the best games I watched all year.
Yeah, it was great.
Because they had gotten a pretty decent lead. I want to say like 6 or 8 points within the last couple of minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all made your little push to get close, get to the final possession, completely locked down Kyrie with like 3 and 4 defenders switching onto him every time it looked like he had a little bit of a lane. And then to get the missed shot, bring it down, and the literally last second layup off the spin by Tatum was so beautiful.
First time in his career.
That was a great play.
Hope there's many more. I like it.
Ben Simmons. Dude is such a bitch. I hate Ben Simmons so much. He's gonna come back.
Yeah, they've been talking about it this week.
But he's gonna come back in game 4. Which is Monday.
Exactly what I want.
That's confirmed?
Yeah,
it's confirmed.
They got a game tonight.
Barring anything happening to push it back more.
What the hell is the difference between today and Monday?
No idea, bro.
If he's back, he should be back, and he should be playing tonight. What is
you should at least put him in for a little bit.
Makes no sense at all.
Minimum restriction or something.
Play him.
If
play him.
I don't think you really want that.
Oh, I want them to play him.
I don't think
we're about to talk about his first game all season playing with the new team.
Yeah, right. I mean, I get that.
Like, he ain't about to just step in and be that.
But what you don't like, Ben Simmons, his game isn't like predicated on what everybody else is doing necessarily. Like, well, I guess it is.
I think it literally is.
But I mean, all he has to do is rebound and pass the ball. That's just something he doesn't have to score baskets.
I don't even think he needs to pass the ball. I kind of agree with you, and honestly, I don't think he changes the series by any means. So I wouldn't be worried about him coming back without having been a part of the offense and all that and stuff. But if they could literally just get him back and tell him just to stand side by side with Tatum the entire game and just play defense, go stand in the corner on offense. Who gives a fuck if he even plays offense?
Because KD can't hold him. We're going to keep it real. KD can't hold him.
I don't think anybody can necessarily hold Jason Tatum.
You're right.
But he's known as a good on-ball defender, though.
Yeah. For sure.
KD is more of a like off-ball defender type thing, like a good help defender type of player. So, look, I think you getting the all-star added to your team, I don't think that's a bad thing for the Nets.
It's not bad, but I don't think it's good either.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I kind of know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
The other part of it that a little bit offsets it as far as like a series impact is y'all getting Robert Williams back.
I was about to say that. People sleeping on that. We getting Rob Will back. Our defense already looking to lead with Al. Wait till Rob come back on that floor.
I knew he was a good defender from what I've been listening to the last 2 days. I've listened to multiple people that are like, you know, the NBA nerds and stuff.
Yeah.
They say he's the best defender on the team.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Marcus Smart, but they think he's the most important defensive player on the team.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a lot of shit talking about the defensive player of the year and how people were talking about, you know, the stuff with it being a big man award.
Yeah.
And
mostly
it's kind of interesting.
It's kind of based on big man stats, rebounds, blocks. Right. I guess you throw some steals in there too. But they incorporate rebounds in with
I haven't
defensive
seen a guard. I guess I've never seen a guard actually win it.
That's just Gary Payton.
They were the stuff I heard was kind of interesting. The way they were talking about it with them being the back line of the defense and kind of running quarterback for the defense and stuff, and the comparisons it made sense. I don't have any issues with Smart winning it. I don't think most of the average fan know enough about measuring who's the best defender in the league, but he's obviously one of the best at guarding guards.
It's equivalent to a DB winning Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's just the stats that you get, you're going to get better stats on defense by being that big man or being that D lineman or being that linebacker. Because you're going to get more tackles, you're going to get more sacks, you're going to get more of those stats that mean a lot that will put you in the runnings for that. And being a guard or a DB, they don't count certain stats that affect the game, like deflections. It's not a stat. Like a steal, even a steal. If you deflect the ball and another person possesses the ball, they get the steal, not the person that deflected the ball. Like that eliminates that stat being recorded to the person that affected the play altogether. And that's what Marcus Smart does a lot.
I think that's a little bit more for like us, the average fan.
Yeah.
I think at this point, the way they've leaned so heavily into analytics, I think the people that are, I mean, I guess it's sports writers, but a lot of them are more into the analytics stuff, points per 100 possessions and stuff when somebody's on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Anything else from that particular series?
No, man, ready for game 3 tonight. Let's get it.
Coming back.
Coming to Brooklyn.
I think they win tonight.
And that's coming back. It'll be
to win the series?
Yes. I won't take them to win the series. It'll be a terrible look. If they don't, I mean, it'll be. I know y'all don't feel this way, but I do. I think it'll be damning for Kevin Durant's career. You can't be one of the top 3 best players and get booted out.
Not to how good of a team we are.
I'm not saying that, but
I came into this saying that we're the better team.
You cannot be a top 3 player and get booted out in the first round of the playoffs. You just can't.
It happens, man. It happens.
Not to the best.
Well, LeBron didn't make the playoffs.
He's no longer one of the best.
I mean, I think that's nuts.
That's not true.
You play like a 20-year career and you have one season where you don't make the playoffs or you get knocked out early.
It comes to an end at some point.
That's kind of dumb.
It comes to an end at some point.
Okay.
That's just it. Can't be the best player forever.
I won't do that.
Your opinion? I won't try to change it.
Curry got booted out the playoffs last year. He's one of the best.
I mean, I guess you could say that, but also
that's exactly what you said. You said greats don't get put out in the first round. He did.
Answer to that.
He literally did. Situation like the Warriors.
It won it to the Lakers, or was it the Suns? I think it might have been the Lakers.
I don't even know.
I think it was the Lakers to LeBron.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's a different situation now, though.
I mean, yeah, but still, you said.
I'm just saying it's a different situation now when it's Curry.
Yeah,
I mean, it was though. I mean, that team wasn't as good at all. It was like Curry or bust.
You just said you can't be a top 3 player and get booted in the first round.
Would you call Curry a top 3 player?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay then.
At least top 5. At least top 5.
I wouldn't call him a top 5.
One of the best players in the league.
Yeah, definitely top 5. Definitely easy.
So we just limited to who would be in the top 3. Not Curry, not in your top 3.
This is a dumb, arbitrary
he's
argument.
Probably not a top 3 player overall. No, I mean I wouldn't say that overall.
We wouldn't either, but I don't think that's not what the discussion was. Like
it was what the discussion was.
This is the dumb, arbitrary number.
He did the pivot. He did the pivot. He left himself a little pivot to stay in, just in case.
Dumb, arbitrary argument.
I'm sorry.
76ers
you guys
Raptors.
didn't pay attention.
76ers Raptors. Good job, Carl. You called this one.
I called it.
See, I can
motherfuckers.
Whatever I control.
Oh, you guys, you don't watch any basketball. You don't watch any basketball.
You still don't.
You don't know. You don't know what's happening.
Dude, there's been.
You see what Porzingis did
Raptors
in that
really
game the other day?
Yeah.
You see what Porzingis did?
Yeah, I saw what he did.
At a 0 stat line, he didn't do nothing.
Scotty Barnes going down in game 1 has been rough for the Raptors. I don't think they were going to win the series anyway, but once that happened, they've fallen apart.
Yeah.
The last one was close. I don't honestly remember if game 2 was close or not. The last one in Toronto in game 3, they went to overtime and Embiid hit the beautiful game-winning 3 fadeaway.
He did.
That's dirty to have a 7-footer doing that, but
it is.
Was game 2 even close? Go ahead.
Game 2 wasn't.
That Embiid 3 that you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
A great shot by Embiid, but can we just talk about how bad the defense actually was?
It was.
He was wide open.
It was.
It was terrible defense.
I kind of didn't like him shooting that shot. I know he'd be shooting them, but it's like, bro, get on the block. All they can do is foul you and put you on the line.
Nobody had a hand up in his face.
But wasn't it like 0.8 seconds or something? Or 1.6?
No.
Well, he had missed the first one in regulation. He shot a 3 the same, like almost the same side, same spot and everything, and he missed it and then went to overtime. He basically shot the same shot in overtime to win the game. Well, I'm just like, yo, you're the biggest man on the floor. They obviously don't got nobody that can do nothing with you down the block. Get down there and make them foul you. But
no disagreement here. I'm not a huge fan of that either. But once they make it, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, he was wide open.
He made it.
He got that shot.
Yeah. No argument. No argument. The big piece of the series, or the big story from the series, I feel like has been Tyrese Maxey though.
Yeah,
Maxey's had a good finish to the season. Ever since Harden came to the team, Maxey kind of took off. I don't know if that has more to do with Harden being on the team and he gets less attention, or if it has more to do with Seth Curry not being on the team
I think
and
it's
he
more to
gets
do
more
with Seth
time.
Curry, because when they had Seth Curry on the team and he would be hurt or whatever, Max would have played better.
Yeah.
He would step up better.
Max has been going crazy. He had 38 game one,
Yeah,
I believe it was.
38.
One or two. I don't know.
19 game, last
Almost
game,
had a
game
triple
3.
double in game 2.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
I mean, he's been going stupid.
38 though? And it's got to be
8 and 9. Sheesh.
That's nuts.
And what
That's
ball?
nuts. Yeah, he's a fun player to watch. He's a fun player to watch. Toronto's done.
Tobias been playing good too. Shout out to Tobias.
He has. And I feel like he did that last year in the playoffs.
Yeah. He's almost like averaging a double-double. He be getting like 10 boards and shit.
Good for him.
So he's balling. I ain't mad at him. Want a couple dollars off of that boy.
I mean, at this point, do you think the Raptors could even steal a game? Or you think
I think they could steal today
They could.
because they were so close
Second
last
one at
night.
home.
Philly strikes me as a team that would take a night off.
relax a bit?
Yeah, I love Embiid, but I could see Embiid maybe not
And
going
he got,
crazy tonight.
He
And
hurt
Harden,
his
you know.
finger in the last game.
Yeah,
So he got a finger
gonna
issue.
play.
He might chill a little bit. He probably still play.
I think that
I
might
mean,
happen.
stop him from hitting the game-winning 3. So
Did not.
I mean, but you know, in the moment, it don't hurt as bad until the next day.
That's true. That's true.
he'll be in another moment, so it won't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
That's true. If they don't, well, that's a stupid thing to say. If they don't steal tonight, it's over.
Yeah,
I think they could though. They could tonight, but the series is done. It is
yeah.
what it
Oh,
is.
they're not coming back from it, for sure. It's over with.
What else happened Sunday? Ooh.
Mavericks Jazz is probably one of the more surprising series.
That boy Jalen Brunson?
Still with no Luka, Brunson's going crazy.
Yo, he went for 40
Jazz
of a
stink
night.
right now.
I told y'all I don't respect them motherfuckers, but they be blowing games, bro.
They stink.
That's what they've been doing all regular season, just blowing games they should be winning.
It doesn't make any sense, man. I feel
really
like
don't.
they've got the pieces. They've been towards the top for a while, but right now, like they don't even look good.
no, they don't.
They don't even look good. They're losing to look. No disrespect to the Mavericks, but
With no Luka
with no Luka, this is not a team that should be beating any kind of contender
at all.
And they beat them 2 out of 3 now. Went
Right.
into their place and took them down.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Scored 126 the last time.
It's just some guys. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. I've been checking him out a little bit this year. When like Luka not playing, he steps up a little bit. He's a bucket getter.
Yeah.
Like he's just a true bucket getter. And it's guys, some guys that you don't know because they don't have the stats or the accolades to see that. But when you see them play, you're like, oh yeah, he can turn that shit on when he really wants to. And he definitely did that shit the other night.
I'm just looking at it like, what happened to? I mean, everybody's getting buckets for the Mavericks right now. What happened
126 points.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, when you look at every game, you just got so many guys in double digits, or getting, almost 20 points.
Kleber's been going crazy.
Game 3
too.
Jazz actually played really well and still lost by 8.
Yeah, but what happens to the Jazz? Used to have a great defense, right? They used to play good defense.
Gobert.
They did, yeah. I think right now it's more just Gobert.
Yeah.
Gobert's a monster still. He still is very good defensively, but I don't know if their team is that good defensively.
That's wild.
It is weird because I think of them still like that too. But I don't know.
Tell you, bro, Jazz is
I
not
don't
a
know the
respectable team. They got too much talent to be losing these games like this. Too much talent.
Is there any news on Luka?
They say he might come back the next game, but they're still not sure. Well, they've been saying that every game pretty much.
Yeah, I thought he was going to play
So,
the last one, game 3, but he didn't.
So maybe because you see they playing kind of decent, he's probably taking his time a little bit.
Yeah, when you got the series lead.
They play.
Gives you a little bit more
They
wiggle
play
room.
again tonight. This is game 4
Yeah,
in Utah. So I don't know how they're gonna play that around.
Utah's got to take that.
They got to.
They gotta take
They
that
really have to.
I would hope they turn this series around and not embarrass themselves like this.
If they lose tonight,
It would be
may as
amazing.
well start figuring out who's going where next
If they
year.
get put out this round, Donovan Mitchell's gone.
Is he a free
I
agent?
think he's going to be out of there. I don't know if he's a free agent, but I just feel like he's going to want to leave.
Yeah,
I feel like he
think
never really rocked with Rudy like that anyway.
Apparently, they've had issues for a
Yeah, I
while.
don't think he never really. I think if they get put out now, he got to go somewhere else, man.
Where would he go?
Just wasting his talents over there. I don't know. Somebody will take him,
Most anywhere would take him. I
pretty
think.
much.
I mean, yeah, for sure. But
We'll take
don't know
him.
who
We'll
they-
take him. Run point, Donovan.
Damn.
Should be lethal.
Damn. Marcus Smart just you just gonna do Marcus like that?
I mean, he can still have his role, bro. But it's Donovan Mitchell, bro. Like,
damn.
that boy
son.
crazy.
Trouble in paradise.
Nah. Just add more to the repertoire.
Let's go on ahead and get your cat takes out real quick.
Oh yeah.
The Grizz and Timberwolves.
Oh yeah. Well, we got to start at the beginning.
Yeah, Timberwolves came in game 1
Yeah.
after winning the little play-in thing.
Took the dub in Memphis.
Came in confident.
Yeah.
Kind of beat the brakes off of them.
They handled them. They was up pretty much the whole game.
That was Cat's one good game.
It was.
I think he had like 28 and 15 or
29-13.
something. From what I've heard,
Edwards went off that game too. He had 36.
yeah, that kid's nice. That kid's nice. But I think Steven Adams was the problem.
Yeah.
I was listening to people talking about that, and Steven Adams is just not fast enough to be able to cover
No.
Cat. So he was staying outside and making him come out to guard him for the jumper. And if you don't, he's going to hit that.
Yep.
And then as soon as he stepped out, he's just blowing past him.
Yeah,
And they
game
seen
one,
how
this
well-
motherfucker we played 24 minutes and got, 3 rebounds.
No points.
Game 2, he
assists.
played 3 minutes and got benched.
Yeah. For that boy Brandon Clark.
Yeah, for real.
That boy Brandon Clark was balling.
Yeah, he's
He had
nice.
a double-double in that first game, 13 and 12.
He is nice.
Way more athletic to guard a cat than Adams is, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you got to be able to run the floor in
Yeah.
today's NBA.
Facts.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't see him as a guy like can't get up and down the floor, but I think just too athletic of a big man to have to go out and guard
Right,
by 3.
right, exactly. Somebody that can take you on the perimeter.
Yeah.
You know, he needs to be on the block somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Game 2 and game 3 though.
Yeah. Memphis waxed that ass.
Well,
The first
Well,
one.
no, I mean,
game
look.
2 they did.
Game
Game two,
three.
they waxed
game
that
2
ass.
they whooped him.
Game 3 is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen.
Crazy.
I was watching that game and I was like, look,
Say, hold on, say what?
I was watching that game. And
Say
I turned it
what?
off in the third quarter. It was like,
What is it, 26
Yeah, they
point
finally
game?
got you and just couldn't hold you on the more. They
like,
couldn't
yo,
hold
this is
you.
easily going to be, this is a dub. This is over with. And you know how shocked I was to come back and not only to see that, well, I saw that they like came and they were like, the Grizzlies like went up 1. It was like 86-85 out of nowhere in the fourth.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what the fuck happened?
They scored 21 straight points without them scoring.
They went on a 42
And they ain't called no
to
timeouts or nothing. They
13
just kept
run in,
taking it.
in like the last 13 minutes of the game.
That's so ridiculous.
42 to like 13. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
I watched like the last 2 minutes of that game. I skipped it. I was doing something else, and then by the time I checked in, they were up 20 something already.
They were up by 20 something points and then come back and lose by what, 9?
Yeah.
How is that possible? Like, yo, that should not be possible.
Minnesota, they got talented guys. They don't play consistently well, and they take a lot of bad shots.
Yeah.
But they'll have games like game 1 where they're hitting them bad shots.
Right.
And they look like they on fire. But then once them bad shots start falling, they just start turning the ball over and missing, and they just draw a team. But it's a lot of bad coaching too. At some point, you gotta stop and take a timeout and readjust.
Right.
You don't go let
You
the
can't
team
let
go on a
nobody go
21-0 run
Yeah.
and never call a timeout or nothing. Like ain't nothing happening bad.
They've been killing that coach.
Once you go on like a 6-0 run, I'm calling a timeout.
Yeah, at some point
We got to regroup.
All right, come on.
This shit can snowball really
They
fast.
heating up right now.
Yeah.
Desmond
Yeah, I mean,
Bane
that
out
was
here
at home,
raining
too.
threes.
Bane, when he
Man,
was
it's going to
balling.
be nice, son. Is this his second year?
I think so.
He's going to be nice.
Ja had a
shooter.
triple-double.
Facts. Want some paper off that
And
shot,
I mean, a lot of fouls
facts.
in the first half.
Well, your boy
Who did?
Big Cat had
Grizzlies.
5.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Grizzlies, they I think,
In the first half?
didn't
how
they
many
whole
did he
starting
have?
5 have like?
In his first, no, for the game he had 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The whole
'Cause he
starting
had-
5 had like 2 fouls for the
Vanderbilt
Grizzlies
had 5,
in the
yeah.
first half.
That's tough.
Yeah, so that
When they
and
built
Ja
the
didn't
lead?
play a lot.
Oh, you're saying, gotcha.
When the
I'm with that.
Timberwolves built the lead, a lot of the Grizzlies were in and out of the lineup due
Gotcha.
to foul trouble and stuff like that. I know Ja didn't. He like majority of the second quarter, Ja didn't play.
Yeah.
I mean, he still played 41 minutes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he couldn't have
overall,
sat too many minutes.
Yeah.
But either way, let the big comeback happen. I heard afterwards Cat was 3 for 4.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's possible
no
for
buckets
the
in the
whole
second
game.
half.
Like that's obviously his fault. That's the team's fault. That's the coach's fault. You can't have a guy that's that big,
I wanna say
that
he
talented, and 3 for 4.
I want to say he got all his 8 points in the first quarter. Like he started the first quarter hot.
That's nuts.
And then never scored again. Was popping this shit. Hey, we in Minnesota now.
Yeah,
We in Minnesota now.
you sound like such a bitch to that. Like, bro, nobody listening to you. Nobody listens to a guy that sounds like that. I'm gonna tell you that.
Even the man he was talking to, like, yeah. Like, yeah. We in Minnesota. He was like, yeah, big facts.
Right? Nobody
Like,
wants
whatever,
to hear
nigga.
that shit
Like,
from you.
shut up.
You were not the rah-rah
Do
guy.
something.
Right. He should be Tim Duncan role. Be quiet and go score a bucket. Like,
My issue with Cat for years, man, it's just fraudulent, bro. It ain't real. It ain't like that.
I
like
don't know
that.
what the issue is with this dude, because it's like, I mean, it's got to be mentality, because skill set wise, he has everything.
He has a skill set for sure.
He has
That's what make it worse.
everything.
That's what make it worse. Because people know you have the ability to take over games.
But he doesn't.
The expectation is higher.
He doesn't. He only like scores and balls out when this like in situations, I don't know, where they're playing a bad team or something like that, or
Like game one,
when
when they
get
was up
blown
20
out
most of the
already.
game.
They're gonna start treating him like they used to treat Paul George. They used to kill him for his playoff performances.
Yeah.
And big game moments and
I
stuff.
mean, I think he's even worse than Paul George.
It's
though,
worse because
Paul
Cat be
George-
popping shit.
Yeah, but Paul George
At
had
the
some
time.
huge moments with the Indiana Pacers
He did.
back in the day.
I'm with you now.
He was a dog before he got hurt.
But 3 years ago, that wasn't like he used to get like crushed.
He started getting crushed when he started calling himself
When he did
playoff
the
P.
playoff
When he
Right,
called
it's
himself
the
playoff
playoff
P,
P.
and then you never did good in the playoffs after that. It was like,
If we a playoff cat, this motherfucker gonna be in a chokehold for sure. Somebody needs to put that boy to sleep if we hear anything about a playoff
you better
cat.
calm down.
So, like, nah, he looking more like I don't know. That dude sucks. He's terrible.
Didn't have it.
Huh?
Didn't have
I
it.
didn't want to say
You
it.
trying to
I
find
didn't want to say
something?
it. I didn't want to say it.
you got
Just say we know.
I have one.
Say
No,
it.
I'm not gonna
Say
say it.
Just say we know why they call him Cat.
Because of your pussy. Yeah.
All right.
Just leave it there.
We go there. We
Leave
go
it
with
there.
that. Yeah, they're done. They're done.
We in Minnesota now. Huh?
I mean,
We only been to y'all house.
only trophy he gonna get is Jordan Woods. That's it.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he won.
He definitely, I think he won in that area for sure. You
He's going to
good.
keep getting paid because of the potential that he has, and that's a hell of a trophy.
Until he got to guard Tristan Thompson, I guess. I guess it's all good until then.
That might be the one guy that he could beat.
Yeah, by the
Oh,
way,
for sure.
that motherfucker's ass. I don't know why he keep getting contracts. I was watching that game the other night while they was getting blown out about 30. Bro, that motherfucker Giannis is doing him so terrible.
He's with the Chicago?
Yeah.
I thought he was in Cleveland.
They signed him like a couple months ago. I'm like, why did they sign this guy? He should be retired.
Well, let's go there. Let's go there.
Getting money, man.
Chicago, Milwaukee.
I mean, it's been
Blowout.
dominance.
Well, Bulls won game 2.
They did.
They did.
And then
Off of a 41 point.
DeRozan went
Effort.
crazy.
going
He had a
crazy.
bad first game. He said, "Y'all, I'm not gonna have a game like that again." Came the next game, dropped 40.
I mean, that dude's amazing from mid range.
He couldn't miss.
Really is.
Yeah,
couldn't
he's
miss.
Really amazing from mid range.
But it felt like, so they won game 2. That's obviously in Milwaukee. And Chris Middleton went down at the end of the game.
He did. That's
He's
a
supposed
tough
to be out 2 or 3 weeks. Something
tough.
with his MCL or some shit like that.
Sprained MCL.
So it felt like this is the opportunity. If the Bulls are going to make a move, this is the opportunity. They tied it up. Go back home for game 3 with no Middleton. You got to make your move here. And they were down 40 points last night in the third quarter at one point.
Yep.
And got dogged
I
out.
was,
Lost
I
by
was
30.
at Moses' house when he turned. I said, "God damn."
Yeah, after Trae Young won the game, I turned this game like, damn, this shit got
Shit,
ridiculous.
This is over already. It was early in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was down 30.
They didn't have a chance.
It was down close to 30 pretty much
the
for 3
whole
quarters.
game, right.
It looked like 3 quarters they was down 30.
That's insanity, son. I mean, I don't expect them to win that series, even with Middleton out, but
I think I know their issue. Well, DeRozan had a pretty bad game too, that game too.
What is
But Zach LaVine, yo, he not the same with DeRozan on the team.
well,
Zach LaVine used to be a killer.
yeah.
Like the last season, he was a killer, like hitting game winning shots and all that shit. Like he was a killer last season. This season, he's definitely deferring to DeRozan a lot.
I can't speak to this for sure, but what I've heard is there was a certain point in the season where he had a knee injury.
He did,
and he's played through it all the way up till now. Like he missed very few games.
Yeah, he did.
But you can see just from gambling on him. I used to bet him like every single night for 25 and 3 threes. And he was money every single time. Mm-hmm. Since that injury, he'll have a big game and then kind of go back to normal. I don't think he's fully healthy right now.
Maybe so.
I'll let him slide a little bit. I think their problem is defense.
Definitely that too.
And that's a Lonzo injury problem that will fix itself.
Yeah.
If they had him out there, I think they would be okay.
He's not coming back though.
Probably not.
Right?
I don't know.
Lonzo's out.
For the year?
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah. No. They're done for this season. I'm saying once they get him back next year, I think they'll be in good shape.
Lonzo could be the point guard that kind of deciphers who gets the ball.
When they have him and they on the break, they are freaking lethal.
Yeah.
And so Caruso is cool or whatever, but he's not Lonzo.
No.
Like he's not Lonzo running that ball.
He's supposed to be coming off the bench. Caruso is a good player, but he's the guy you want coming off the bench and like being a knack to guys, like, almost like a Pat Bev.
Play 30 minutes.
Or a better version of, what's that guy's name that LeBron played with in the with the Cavs?
I know you're talking about.
They gave Steph a hard time.
The white dude?
Yeah, the white dude.
Dellavedova?
Yeah, Dellavedova. He's a better version than that.
Yeah, I ain't giving him no credit. He had a couple of good games.
But just like defensively, as far as like, just being annoying. He can do it.
He's very good defensively.
I think he's even better than that. But I know what you're saying. Like he is a six man.
Right.
He should. When he's starting, that's usually not a good sign for your team.
It's a problem.
He's supposed to be their point guard last night, and you got 1 assist for the game. Like, that's unacceptable.
He's not.
You can't do that. You can't have 1 assist for the game.
He's a point guard because of his size. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those people, like, he's a point guard because of his size. But if he was like 6'4", he probably should be like a 2 guard or something like that.
I mean, he is a true 2 guard. They're just playing him as a point guard,
right?
Because they don't have one that can start. Yeah.
I think they're really good next year. They had the first half when everybody was around. They played well. Get Lonzo back, Caruso back in a more appropriate role. Ayo and dude from UNC going blank.
Kobe White
right now. Kobe White.
I think they should start Kobe White. Good. They should start Kobe White.
Yeah, why not though? What's wrong with him?
Kobe White is nice.
I think of him as more of a scorer. I'm not saying he can't pass, but
he is more of a scorer. But I think he can run the pace of that fast break a lot better than Caruso can to me.
Didn't they? Wasn't he like a top 10 pick?
Yeah, Kobe like that.
Then why do they not use him?
I don't know.
I think it may be another one of those things where teams like to have that scorer off the bench.
But he's not like lighting up scoring though off the bench either though.
Not like he's gonna give you 25 or nothing, but.
No.
If you have nobody off the bench that can score, it could be a problem.
You in trouble.
It could be a problem.
I don't know. I would rather bring Caruso off the bench and start Kobe White. At this point, you got to shake something up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you can't shake up Giannis, which is their real problem right
That's
now.
The problem.
So
yeah, because who's stopping him?
That series is a wrap.
Yeah. Giannis.
Saw Bobby Portis too. I'm going crazy. I knew he was going to go crazy.
He's a good player.
When Middleton got hurt.
He found his role with Milwaukee.
Facts. He did. Revived his career. Before that, he was known for getting slapped up by whatchamacallit. Who was it? In Chicago?
I don't remember.
Oh, did he do the slapping? Somebody stole off. I think he broke his jaw. Somebody broke his jaw in practice.
I don't remember.
Remember that story?
No.
When he was in Chicago?
The guy still alive?
I think so.
He's a bitch.
Warriors Nuggets is another series that's over with.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, I love the Joker so much. Yeah. I really tried to give them like a possibility of winning the series. Not even winning the series, but at least making it close. He has no help, and the Warriors like turned it up 7 notches once the playoffs started.
Bro, right now,
bro, this shit with them bringing Curry off the bench, bro.
That shit is ridiculous.
Like when we was just talking about having a scorer come off the bench.
Yeah,
having one of the greatest scorers of all time come off the bench and give you 35 points.
Can he get 6 man? Is it too late?
It's almost disrespectful. Like for real, y'all just gonna continue to bring Curry off the bench every game.
Yeah,
because he's essentially playing against the backups when he comes off the bench because they trade subbing out their players too.
Yeah, he's getting starter. Well, the last game he got relatively close to starter minutes.
He did.
I think they look like the clear West representative for the championship right now.
You got to say it.
Easily.
I mean, the Suns are the only team, or the Suns are by far the best team throughout the regular season.
People are saying the Grizzlies, but look, if the Grizzlies match up against the Warriors and they're playing like this, I'm not saying it's going to be a sweep, but it's probably going to be a gentleman's sweep.
Which we'll get into next, but I would have sided with the Suns on this, but Devin Booker just got
this is. I mean, I think they would do them in too. This looks like the Warriors of old, like
it does,
like previous, or they might be better, like not with KD. Not as good as they were, but prior to that.
But in all
they
honesty,
might be better than that.
Yeah,
because offensively, with Jordan Poole, not only do you have another scorer,
crazy.
You have a guy who can handle the ball, and some of these passes that he is making are fucking spectacular, dog.
Poole's a fucking monster.
He is. They call him he's a splash cousin.
Yeah, it's a pool party. It's a pool party.
That's a good one. I started hearing that. That was a good one,
bro. I mean, so like I said, he's setting people up. The behind the back passes he's making.
Yeah, he's kind of nuts. Yep. His handle crazy.
The three going off of shooting threes like he is. The splash.
Very Curry-esque.
Yeah, like right now in this moment, I feel like more confident that he's gonna make it than the other two are.
Yeah.
When they all pull from three, when Poole takes it, I'm like, that's in.
Yeah.
I think the same thing with Steph. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I know I'm being extra, but I'm talking about like right now in this moment, I think he's in such a zone where he seems like the scariest scorer.
Yeah,
Where did this come from? I mean, he should probably get, you think he's most improved?
He'll probably get most improved.
Most improved player?
I would give him to him.
Yeah.
He had down the forward curve.
What is it? He's 22 years old?
Yeah.
Jordan Poole?
You can see the Curry predecessor.
I mean,
already.
Who was it that they've been saying all year is the definite? It was somebody else.
Scotty Barnes?
Nah, he's rookie.
I don't know.
I can't remember. It's not important. I want to hold us up.
I mean, look, if he doesn't win it, he's had a great season so far, averaging nearly 19 points on 44%, nearly 45% shooting. Hey, it don't get much better than that. But
and those 19 points is because of being limited early in the year.
Right.
Once he's became starter minutes, like he's a 25 a game guy.
Right. Easily, for sure.
Not even difficult.
And I mean, Clay is back in form too.
He is.
That's what it is.
So is Dre.
Yeah, so is Draymond.
He looks to be fully in charge of that team, just like he used to be.
Yeah.
And honestly,
he had like 10 assists the other night.
Something like that. The defense he's played on Joker has been retarded.
Especially the steal.
I saw something yesterday that he's one-on-one defended him. Joker shooting like 36%.
Oh, damn.
That doesn't make sense.
Come on, Draymond?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing pretty good. Defensive.
Draymond is a Hall of Fame player.
I know he's going to be.
Yeah,
he's going to be.
It is not going to be based on statistics.
Before,
it's just one of them things. It's like, how do you keep a guy like this out?
Yeah.
You know, he's just so good. And I get what people say, like, oh, he might not be able to do it. But he's not playing for anybody else. The moment Draymond can't play for the Golden State Warriors anymore, he'll probably retire. And that'd be the best move he can make. But I mean, he's fantastic within that system and organization. So
he annoys me so much. Like him.
Really?
Yeah, I love to watch him play basketball, but he annoys me so much. Not quite Kyrie levels, but I really can't stand him.
Oh, I don't have an issue with Draymond.
Oh, Tyrese Maxey and Ja for the most improved award.
See, Ja should not be in consideration.
Why not? This is his third year, and he's finished number 2 in the West.
Yeah, but he's not most. He was already a good player. Like he's the number 2 pick in the draft.
You don't feel like he leveled up this season? Well, you ain't been watching, bro.
No, it's been natural. He's an MVP candidate. You can't be most improved. And like I don't think he falls into that criteria because he was already a great player to begin with. He's won Rookie of the Year coming into the game. Like he's never had a season where
you're not acknowledging the improvements. He upped his points per game average. He upped all his stats average this season.
Well, we expect
and
all great players like that. They went from
being in the playing game last season to being the number 2 seed in the West. That's improvement. That's our most improved situation.
That's like LeBron winning the most improved or something early in his career. Like, no, bro, it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, like, this guy was a highly touted player. Like, this is expected from him. That's what most improved. You don't expect it from those guys. Like that's
you
what
expect
I'm saying.
it from the younger guys.
I think
get that reward.
I think he qualifies because he has improved drastically.
Yeah.
But I do think I do prefer the award to be more of a
lesser known player. You know, that's what I'm saying.
It's like
Siakam or whatever. Fucking, I forgot what his Pascal Siakam. That was a good. Because who the fuck knew who Siakam was? I didn't.
If you look at it like a scale of 1 to 10,
what at the time when they won the championship? Wasn't that season?
That was when that was the level up. I think.
Yeah, that was the most improved year. He helped his team level up to winning a championship.
But I think if you look at it like if you rated every player on a scale of 1 to 10, like obviously KD and them are 10s and stuff.
Right, exactly.
You're looking at Ja being like a 6.5 to 7 last year, and now he's probably 8.5, 9.
Right.
Like he made drastic improvements.
But
you look at like a Maxey or a Poole, and they were probably a 3.5 last year at the most. And now you look at them as more of like a 7.5 or something like that. I don't know. That's kind of how my mind looks at it. But I think Ja makes sense. I would lean towards one of those other two.
I think Darius Garland won it
last year.
This year. By 1 point, they said.
That might have been the guy that they were talking about all year. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Makes sense. He balled this year.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that neither because he also went from like more of a role player to star.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
I think it all comes together. I'm looking at the people that won in the last few years. Julius Randle, he helped elevate the Knicks that season. Yeah. Brandon Ingram, he helped elevate the Lakers that season or whatever. He helped elevate the team. Pascal Siakam, they won a championship. Oladipo, even Giannis won it in 2017.
It's crazy to think about how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Let's try to wrap these last couple series. We've been doing basketball for quite a while here. Got a lot of other stuff to get to.
Yes, indeed.
Heat Hawks.
Hawks finally stole one.
They did steal one last night.
They did steal one last night, and Trey deserves all the credit for that.
Facts.
But up until this point, they kind of bitched Trey out. They've made him look super average up until really that last quarter last night. He kind of got off. But Miami's defense is retarded, just like y'all's.
They're clearly better.
Are y'all gonna play next?
I'm not sure.
If that's the matchup,
that'd be a good series.
Boy, it could be brutal.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for sure.
Jimmy Bucket's going crazy in game 2 for 45 or whatever. They're just
definitely more worried about them than I am the Nets right now. We'll say that.
I think that makes sense.
You already looking ahead?
Y'all bring out the conversation. I'm looking about today.
Oh, okay.
You should look ahead. You're not today. Playing. You're a fan. We're looking ahead.
I'm here.
You ain't got to worry about tonight's game. That's a player's job.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Go handle fucking business, right?
Exactly.
Any real comments on that series?
No. I'm taking the Bulls.
No, they handled them, man. Trey stole one last night. Had a good big shot at the end right there.
They blew a huge lead too.
They definitely blew a lead. But the Heat have been in control of the series from the beginning.
Yeah.
They're just too great of a team.
Don't think of that as being much.
Too many shooters. You never know who's going to hit 5-6 threes a night. They just got too many.
How much of a chance are we giving the Pelicans right now?
That's a good question.
Relatively small chance to win the series. I think they end up going 6. They just don't have quite enough.
Ayton been going dumb.
He went for 28 last night, right?
28-17.
Yeah.
They stepped up.
God
without Booker, it's
Chris Paul at 28 and 14 assists. Sheesh.
That's retarded too. Look, Chris Paul is too nice to let that series get away.
He is.
Yeah, I mean, he normally knows how to navigate his way through the playoffs.
They definitely should. If they would have won that one last night,
without
it would have changed some shit up a little bit.
Yeah.
CJ went for 30. Ingram went for 34. You got to get that done.
And did the best they could.
Yeah.
That's the best performance they're going to put forward.
Pretty much.
So I think this is the case. The Suns would get the winner of the Jazz Mavericks, I believe, because they're the 4 or 5, and the Suns are the 1.
Yeah.
I could see them winning that series without Booker still.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but they could do it.
Right.
And if they do that and get Booker back for the next series, if that's possible.
They're right there again.
Yeah. It could still make some noise, but right now I would say Golden State's got to be the
Booker,
favorite.
do you think they can beat Golden State from what you've seen right now?
Yeah. 100%.
Would you bet your money on them beating Golden State in a 7-game series?
I would.
I would not.
I can't make the call Because now I'm looking at Booker.
It's really on Booker. If they got a healthy Booker, yes, I think they're a better team. To me,
I don't think they're a better team. I don't see that.
They had the best record in the league.
Yeah, but
Golden State has had people out of the lineup all year.
They were 64 and 18.
So did the Suns.
Like they're the only team in the entire NBA that were head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah,
Miami's the 1 seed in the East with 29 losses, and Memphis and Golden State had 26 and 29 losses. 64 and 18, like they were so much better than the rest of them.
They've been the best team of this.
Yeah, but I look again. We just talked about how valuable Draymond was. How much time did he miss? How much time did Clay miss in during the season, or wasn't his full 100% self? Mm-hmm. How much time did Steph Curry miss during the season?
I give you that. It's all coming together at the right time.
And it's not it's not a situation of where these guys are coming back and got to learn how to play with They don't have to do that. They know how to play with each other.
You're right.
And that's what we're seeing.
I just still think the Suns have been a better team this season.
Yeah,
I don't know if this team that we're seeing from the Golden State Warriors right now, there is no better team than that. That's all I'm saying. That's what I think anyway.
I think that's possible, but Denver is not that great of a team.
Yeah, I would agree.
They're playing against a really bad defense that has one offensive option.
Yeah.
They look like perfection right now.
That's for sure.
But we'll have to see that next series. I don't think they're going to get beat next series
with that kind of plays
that they're playing. But I don't think they'll look like the Globetrotters either.
That kind of plays. This is my point about you. We was talking about stars and the role players. Jazz needs all of their role players to step up. Mm-hmm. No matter how great Jokic plays, he can drop 40, 15, and 20 night. They're still going to have to probably lose if the role players don't play well.
Aaron Gordon's the next best player on their team.
Yeah, that's a problem.
This is not Aaron Gordon from 5 years ago. This is Aaron Gordon now.
Yeah.
And Will Barton is the next best player.
It's a problem.
That's not fair.
That's a problem.
That's not fair. And the Warriors have made that known.
Yeah, the Warriors are doing exactly what they should be doing to them.
I just see this Warriors team as possibly better than the team that broke the NBA record.
That team lost the championship.
Yeah, but they're not going to be playing against LeBron James either. So
playing against a 64 and 19.
And then playing against the point guard.
That's the point guard. We're going to see. I don't think it matters anymore because even if Booker comes back, there's no way he's like Booker. He's not 100%.
Yeah, hamstrings, bro.
There's no way. There's no way.
It's just a funny.
Golden State would be my favorite out of the West right now.
They're my favorite to win it all.
No Booker. I'm with y'all with that. Booker comes back right. I'm going with the Suns.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would love to see a really good series from those two, but
we'll see.
We'll be back next week on more basketball updates for sure.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up. Where we at?
Carl needs to tell us about who he wants the Steelers to draft.
Oh, God.
No, I'll do it. The NFL draft is coming up, guys.
Yeah, next week.
It's a big event.
Sure, we'll have a lot to say about it when we know who gets drafted.
Thursday,
right now, it's the same shit that we've known for the past 3 months.
Nothing. Ultimately, do you guys have a draft wish list though?
I honestly have paid zero attention. I've been in full basketball, baseball mode.
You don't have a player, not a player, or a position that you want?
I would like Malik Willis to be picked. If he's not, I hope Pickett is picked. If he's not, I don't care.
Okay.
We have a lot of issues still. They could use a top offensive lineman. There's whatever player we take is going to be hopefully a very good player with the 6th overall pick.
Yeah, for
and
sure. You would hope.
We need many things, so I'm not overly concerned at all.
What about you, Moss?
Some defensive player. Like I said, in the past, we haven't ever had really great picks. Last year was probably our best pick we had in like over 15 years. So I was really in on that because we needed to grab a quarterback. We got that. This year we got 21st pick, first round. I don't know. Do what you do. Do what you do, Bill.
Maybe.
Do what you do, Bill. Whatever he fits, he's fit. I'm not really looking for something. Defensively, we let JC Jackson go. Probably need a DB or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is not draft related, but I don't think we mentioned that Stephon Gilmore went to the Titans, did we?
Did he for real?
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I didn't even see that.
I think he signed
a pretty good deal
or something. I don't remember.
Like 30 mil or something like that. You get paid like $14 million per year.
That's a good move.
Yeah, a good move. Anybody could
the Titans probably need it defensively. On the back end, they're not that great. But overall, this draft class, I think it's going to be. There's a lot of good players. I think that's going to come out in this draft class. I think it's deep across the board. A lot of good offensive linemen, a lot of good DBs. Got a DB, Sauce Gardner. I think this dude allowed like less than 100 yards all season against them. Yeah,
from where?
He's from Cincinnati.
Sauce.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner. He's a big kid. He's like 6'4". He can run a 4.3. Very talented. So he'll probably be a top 10 player. So good. You got good DBs in this class. Good edge rushers. The wide receivers. You probably get a great wide receiver in the 4th round or something like that in this class. They're super deep. You'll probably see about 8 of those go off in the first or
all from Ohio State.
You got 2 from Ohio State that'll probably go
like they
top
got
20.
So many.
2 from Ohio State to go top 20.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I expect the Steelers to draft a quarterback at 20. And I don't care which one as long as it's not Desmond Ridder.
Where's he from?
Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember him at all.
Everybody says this about Desmond Ridder. He's like, he's the Cincinnati quarterback. You know, they made the college playoffs last year or whatever. And that was like the first time they did it in forever. So people hype him up because of that. He's never lost a game at home. He's like 26-0 at home. A lot of good things if you look at his overall collegiate record. He's only, I think, lost like 4 or 5 games since he's been there or something like that. But to me, I just don't put in a lot of stock into that in college, especially when you're playing with a lot of draftable players. That team's, again, I just talked about a dude who'll probably go in the top 10. They got other guys. They probably got at least 3 or 4 guys that'll go in the first 2 days of the draft. So I don't think he's that great. I look at him and I see Alex Smith and Marcus Mariota. And what we know about those 2 guys is that you don't need to draft them in the first round because they're not game changers. So as long as it's not him, I don't care who the Steelers draft in the first round. But
so you don't have a wish list. You got a don't draft list.
Yeah, just don't draft Desmond Ridder, and I'm fine with it. But I seriously like all of the quarterbacks besides him. Like you got the top 4 guys would be Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, Matt Corral, and Sam Howell. And I think all of them are really good. Like Matt Corral, that dude has the quickest release I've ever seen in football, honestly. Like the ball comes out of his hand different.
It's the Ole Miss kid.
Yeah, it comes out of, and he got some swag to him too. So I'll be fine with that. He's a pretty tough kid. The only problem with him, and it's a problem with a lot of these guys in this class is
he white dude?
Yeah, it's size.
He wouldn't have called out the swag.
That's what I was thinking of that because it's funny. It's just like, oh, he's athletic. He's a little more athletic than we. No, he got a little swag. That's like the new white boy QB though. He got a little swag to him, little Joe Burrow.
I mean, he got
Joe Burrow type.
Is Devin Ridder white?
No, Desmond. No, he's black.
All right, I assumed with the name.
The thing about
so he doesn't want a Desmond. He wants a swaggy white boy.
The thing about Ridder, when you look at him, bro, like initially you're like, yo, he got everything that you could possibly want. He's the tallest quarterback in this class. He's like 6'4", like 220 pounds. He ran a fucking 4.5 in the 40. But again, you turn it on, you're like, oh, this dude stinks. He's not good. So I'll stay away from him. I like Sam Howell.
You see how the difference can change when you watch somebody play and then just looking at their stats?
No, I've seen him play.
That's what I'm saying. You just explain when you actually see somebody play is different than just checking the box.
Oh yeah, right. But I think it's different from basketball and football.
It's not. It's not. It's the same thing.
It's not. It's a different sport, so it can't be the same thing.
Definitely the same.
It's definitely the same concept.
It's not.
Watching somebody play and then looking at the stats and just looking at the stats are 2 different perspectives.
Whatever.
I would be so excited if next week we're talking about y'all drafting Desmond Ridder. Now that you've identified him as the only person that you don't want to draft, it would be so much fun if that's who you take. And the fucked up thing
is everybody's talking about this dude's climbing up draft boards and I see all these mock drafts.
That's fucked up that they talking good about him.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this dude sucks. Why does anybody think of course he's a draftable player, but they talk about all of this shit. I hate when they talk about all this shit outside of what you see on film. Well, he's mature and he has a kid, so he has a family and all this stupid shit. He has the football smarts, but it's like, can he make the fucking throw? He can't. He can't do that. The guy has a noodle arm. But I think the guy who I think is the most disrespected in this class right now is Kenny Pickett.
He's nice.
I've said I've had my reservations about Pickett. Yeah, I mean, I think he does have that 1 year wonder type thing going on. But when you look at it, dog, the guy he's talented. He can make throws from any platform. People say he doesn't have the strongest arm, but I mean, I saw him playing in Pittsburgh and getting it done with the arm that he had, and again throwing 40 plus touchdowns and I think like 9 interceptions or some shit like that on the season. Had a fantastic year.
How's he been disrespected though? Up until like the last 3 weeks when everybody started going crazy from Malik, he's been the top quarterback that they've talked about. And now he's like talked about as 1 or 2 coming off the board for quarterbacks.
Well, I think
how much higher could he go?
I think a lot of people are saying this about him, and I think it's disrespectful.
He got little hands.
Well, and I do think that's a problem to a certain degree. But the issue is people are saying Kenny Pickett is the guy you draft now because he's
ready to play.
He's ready to play. He doesn't, but we don't know, or he doesn't have much upside. And I think it's just super ignorant when you just like box a player in like that. Oh, he doesn't have much. How the fuck do you know who has the most upside? This guy went from 13 touchdowns to 42 touchdowns in 1 year, in one season. I think he's still growing as a player, possibly. So I wouldn't necessarily cap him off and say he has no upside going forward. So I think that's just
kind of like a contradiction to say that he's somebody that's ready to play but no upside. Like, why would you want to draft him then?
Right. Why would I?
You can't say that he's ready to play and then there ain't no upside. You should expect the upside if he's ready to play.
I get what people are saying about it or whatever, but to me, I just think I think they're disrespecting him a little bit. I honestly think, sitting here, he's probably the best quarterback in this draft, and I don't know if it's actually close. I like Malik Willis a lot, but he got a lot of work to do before he hits the field. So
I agree with you.
I think Kenny Pickett is the best by far, but I like Sam Howell too. That's who I feel like the Steelers will draft at 20. It's either going to be Matt Corral or Sam Howell if Malik Willis doesn't fall.
Go Heels.
Yeah. That dude throws a beautiful deep ball. He does. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my draft breakdown. I think, Steelers have to draft a quarterback at number 20. I'll be surprised, slightly distraught if they don't, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Distraught.
Yeah.
Y'all say on the similar position we was in last year. Look at that. Except y'all don't have as good of a pick.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we're just a better team organization. So
you should have known that was coming. You kind of set that one up.
Yeah, but we're not though. They're not though.
Let's do this Deebo talk so we can get into music.
Yeah.
He's coming to New England. I'll talk to Bill.
You think so?
Yeah.
They talked to Bill, so what you can't even say anything back now.
Yeah.
Deebo
got an inside track.
I'm going after him.
Has requested a trade.
Yep.
From the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they were within contract talks.
Wasn't there 3 of them? 3 receivers that all were like, we're not showing up?
Yeah, Deebo Samuel. AJ Brown. And
he did. AJ Brown did do that. I seen that.
Is it
I'll take AJ. DK?
Metcalf?
I don't know DK. I don't think
I know he's been in
there was
trade
3.
talks.
I don't remember who the third one was, but Deebo's been the biggest talk because he's actually pushed forward with not just, I'm not going to show up to camp. He wants to actively wants to be traded according.
Yeah.
Do we believe that is the case, or is this a leverage thing?
I think he's out. I mean, he's out of there at this point. You can't make a guy play for you. I think it's best for the San Francisco 49ers to go ahead and make the move. And honestly, bro, this year again, wide receiver is deep. This is like the deepest class in wide receiver, and it's every year. You can just draft a receiver every fucking year. I wouldn't pay any of these guys. I do think Deebo is very.
We already know you wouldn't pay nobody.
No, I do think Deebo is like a little bit more valuable than the average wide receiver because he can touch the ball more.
Facts.
You can hand the ball off to this dude in the backfield.
You saw he said he doesn't want to do that either.
I mean, he's gonna have a problem with that because you've shown that you have that skill set and it's effective. The other team that you're going to, they're going to use you in that manner. You don't have any say so on what plays are called, and if so, it's just it's like conduct detriment to the team. He just wants to be compensated, I think, for his efforts, and that's fine too. But I don't know. I think anytime you can get rid of one of these guys and get some value back, some draft capital back, you do it, because you look at all of these guys who've gotten traded or moved on to a different team. Well, I could think of maybe one wide receiver in the league right now, and that's a top 5 wide receiver that was a first round pick. The rest of these dudes were drafted in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. That's what I'm saying. It's like these guys are a dime a dozen type thing. Devontae Adams, he was a 2nd round pick. Tyreek Hill, 4th round pick. Fucking who's the other guy who got moved?
When did D-Hop go?
He was a 4th round pick.
What about Cooper Kupp?
It's like a 5th round pick.
Yeah, he was really
That's what I'm saying. All of the top guys in the league right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Sands like maybe Justin Jefferson or something
Did you
like
say
that.
Sands?
Yeah.
Yo, respect, bro.
Oh,
I just heard that recently. I only know what that means from context. Where does that come from?
Oh,
Sans?
I know Comic Sans.
It's a word.
The writing font.
I do know that one.
to me, it's
like accept.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never. You just dropped bars. My bad. I mean, I fucked up your whole speech and everything, but caught me way off guard.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't draft a wide receiver necessarily in the 1st round unless I thought it was the next fucking Jamar Chase or Randy Moss type player. And I wouldn't pay him $28 million because these guys are, like, again, a dime a dozen. And it's been shown, year after year that you can find, again, Antonio Brown was a 6th round pick. You can find these guys throughout the draft.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I usually push back on you and all these draft guys, but receiver, that's been fairly the case with receivers.
And then, again, Deebo to me is a different story because you can get him 12 touches in the game. But generally, your best wide receiver is not touching the ball more than 5 times.
That's why I would say the difference between a Deebo, because he was like their offense.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, he did everything
and
for
definitely, and really effective at it. Like, so I get that he wants to get paid or wants to be used maybe differently, but this is stuff he's put on tape already. If a motherfucker can line you up in the backfield and hand you the ball and you getting 10, 15 yards per carry off of that, don't think that that's going to change in your career.
Yeah,
like this is what every team is going to use you for.
Patterson.
Yeah, right. This is what you're going to be used as. You put this on tape and showing that you're good at this. No team is going to be like, well, we're not going to use them in this way. That's a chess piece for you. You use them as you see fit. So, I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But I think San Francisco should make that move immediately. Prior to the draft
trade. You're saying?
Yeah, you got to trade him. Go ahead. Well,
do it, Bill.
Why have the headache?
Give him that 21st pick and let's get Deebo in here.
Well, you got to pay the guy too,
of course. But I'm sure they want some picks too.
I'm sure it'll be big news wherever he lands up. I don't have any thoughts on it really.
Yeah, I don't know who is in the market for.
Right, it just seems so wide open at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who saw the Miami Tyreek Hill shit coming?
Nobody.
Or any of the wide receiver movement that we've seen.
Yeah.
This offseason. So, yeah, I don't know. But I guess that wraps it up.
Good deal.
Let's get to this new music.
Shit.
Oh, the vibes. Oh, it's time.
Big week this week.
It's time.
At least for me personally.
You know what I heard?
What'd you heard?
I heard it's almost dry out here.
Oh, is it?
I heard it's almost dry out here. Somebody gave me that word. I think he go by Pusha.
Push. Huh? I love this dude, man.
Phenomenal album.
I thought so too.
Phenomenal. 12 records. Keep it concise. No skips.
He normally does that on his album.
He does. He's perfected the length of the album.
Cuts out the fat, man. You don't need 20 songs.
12 every time, pretty much.
Cut the fat. Half Pharrell, half Kanye. Couldn't ask for nothing better.
It's a hell of a combo.
You couldn't ask for nothing better. One of the best spitters of all time. And I like to say that Pusha T has one of the best rap voices of all time.
I like his rap demeanor. I'm not saying I don't know if he has one of the best rap voices.
He has one of the best rap voices.
One of the best rap demeanors, like that kind of I don't know. It's not necessarily grimy. It's almost scary.
Yeah, he's like a villain on the track.
It's a good way to say it.
That's part of his voice, though. Like his voice is like, it just cuts through every beat he spits on.
I get that. It's part of that, but I mean, him and Malice got damn near the same voice, so if you want to tell them they share that.
They do.
Speaking of that,
them both up there.
I thought we was going to get that to that's the last track on our album, boy. That boy Malice was spitting crazy shit.
He's always been a better rapper.
He's always spitting crazy shit.
He's always been a better rapper.
I know, but it was different. It was like, yo, you don't sound like you took like 10 years off Like you sound like you still been in the booth, like getting your shit off a little bit. So like,
when you good at like manipulating words, that shit just don't change though.
I mean, yeah, well, you know, sometimes rappers start to get older and their presence on the track doesn't sound as effective as it did when they was younger. And he still sounds like he's 21 years old in the clips getting this shit off.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess because, I mean, their style hasn't necessarily evolved really. Like that, they give you, I mean, what they pretty much always gave you type shit.
You know what's coming.
Yeah, you know what's happening when Pusha T hop on the track.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the way he raps, man. I can't explain it well. I think you did a good job of like that villain type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to like categorize outside of like obviously the coke rap stuff. But I'm talking about like him as a lyricist. I don't think he has like, he clearly doesn't have like the craziest metaphors or nothing. But when he raps, like he paints a vivid ass picture. And it's just like mad precise, and I don't know, the words he chooses just hit hard. I feel like
the vocabulary is crazy.
That first track where he's doing the whole track is a response to that manager that went on Vlad and was talking about Push is rapping about him. And that whole song was it's just so dirty, and he didn't say anything like super flagrant about dude. Like he didn't get out of pocket or anything, but you could like the point was made.
Yeah,
the point was made, and I don't know how to explain it well, but Push is personally one of my favorites, has been for a while. I was, you know me, sometimes on that first listen I got my expectations too high because we've been hearing that it's coming for months, but this wasn't one of them. I really enjoyed this project right from the jump.
It's a good sounding project. You could definitely hear the Kanye influence, especially early on. I mean, I
split it 6
like,
and 6.
Yeah, I like all the records. I do. I even like the one with Kid Cudi on it.
Oh shit!
I love that record.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, that's a good song.
I love that record.
You heard a little drama behind that one?
What is that?
He had to push. Had to like.
Oh, because Kid Cudi and Kanye beefing, right?
Yeah. He said he cleared it for Push, but that'll be like the last record that he clears with Kanye as a part of it. He's like, I don't like that dude.
I see a Push the interview. He was talking about they cutting on like, bro, you know what's going on, bro? You know what's going on? I'm gonna clear this shit for you, but I ain't doing this no more, bro. You know what's going on? He said he was on the phone like that. Sound like how Cudi would be responding to that.
And then he hit him with a
That's how he closes the conversation.
But Cudi killed that hook though. Shout out to him. That was fire.
Yeah, that song's legit.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Phenomenal.
Diet Coke, though, I think that was pretty cool, right?
That's one of the, that was one of the singles.
Yeah.
That motherfucking Call My Bluff though.
Yeah, that was hard.
Ooh.
That was one, and I feel like I can't remember which other song I got to listen to a few times. I feel like he did try to do a little bit more with the hooks than he usually does.
He did.
A lot of times he's outsourced to R&B singers and stuff. The Dream will collab with him a lot. He kind of did a little weird voice singing type thing with the hooks. I don't hate
his interviews and stuff. He been speaking about that. He's like, because that's why he got Kanye and Pharrell both to do half and half. Pharrell really tries to push. He said he really tries to push Pusha, no pun intended, but into making greater songs. I think he said to him specifically, he don't want to get you out of the box of being just a mixtape rapper. And he said, he told Pusha that he's like offense to that. Like, what do you mean? I've put together great albums. He's like, yeah, but it's just rapping. Like, you just rap. I need you to put some great songs together. And that was one of them. Like, he made him do a hook, made him do a melody for it, changing his voice up a little bit. And he had some great songs on there.
Because, I mean, something that you got to acknowledge is just that, especially if you want to continue doing it. Of course, you're going to have your core fan base regardless or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that's music. Like, what music is today, that's what it is.
I mean, it's all music, but I hear you.
I'm just saying, like, all right, I seen a Wayne interview recently about it. And he was like, Wayne was pretty much saying, like, the shit that these kids doing now, you better love it.
Yeah.
Because that's music.
Yeah.
Like,
don't call it new music, call it music.
Right, that's music. I better embrace that, or else I'm just one of these niggas in the past type thing. Like, that's what it is. That's what it evolved to. Just like when he was running shit, or when they was running shit back in the day. Like, that's what music was. You know what I'm saying? So you better get hip to it and like, embrace it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not going back to what it was.
But yet and still, I think you got to find that balance. I don't think he spoke on that. Wayne had that balance where he was giving you barred up mixtapes and then he'll give you an album where we put great songs on there. So you was getting the best of both worlds from Wayne, as I think you should start to see more Push as well.
I'm surprised to see Push try this because in that $1 million worth of game interview he had a couple months back, like he specifically kind of went out of his way. He's like, I'm trying to make music that I want to make, and I'm not trying to try anything different, kind of stuff. But I didn't hate the changed up voice hooks. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to it. Kind of shocked me.
It still felt like
but it wasn't bad. I didn't
feel like he was
bad.
stepping out of him.
Right. It didn't
feel like him.
Sometimes when you hear that shit from these older artists, it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah, like what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like the one that seemed a little bit out the lane was that Scrape It Off joint with Don Toliver and Uzi.
Yeah.
That was the joint you tell you was trying to appeal to the younger crowd a little bit more. But he still was him on that track when he got his verse off. So I ain't mad at that. Shout out to Uzi though. Uzi kind of killed that shit.
He did. I like that.
He was spitting on it.
Uzi can rap when he wants to.
I like a handful of his songs.
I like that.
When he really wants to. I mean, he be on that weird shit. So
definitely.
I don't know. he be on that weird shit.
Very weird.
Rockstar Life. Don Toliver murdered that hook. She was fire.
That's my guy.
She was fire.
Yeah, it's a solid project all the way through. I gave it a listen. I only listened to it one time though, so probably have to go back through it.
No shots. No shots at your boy. He's moved past it, bro.
I mean, he's better off that way.
He actually spoke on it. He won a Breakfast Club this week, and they asked him about the Drake shit and about if he heard that record, the joint that got leaked. He said, "Yeah, I heard it." And they was asking if he gonna respond. He was like, "Nah." He was like, I did what I had to do in that, and that sounded cool. But when I heard it, it sounded kind of like old. Like that verse sounded like something he would have laid like 2-3 years ago. Like we gotta remember that Pusha and Drake shit happened like 4 years ago.
For sure.
Like it's been a little while. It seemed like it just happened last year, but it's been like 4 years since that shit happened. He's like, when I heard it, it sounded like a verse that he might have did a while ago. It didn't seem new. And it was a subliminal, so to speak. It wasn't direct. She was like, "Oh, I ain't worried about that. I'm not doing subliminals and all that. Like, if it's not direct, it is what it is."
I saw that. So, saw that clip.
You know, respect.
I didn't have any take on.
Maybe there's an old verse. I don't know, but
it might be.
That shit is fucking gold.
I know you loved
It's
it.
a nice record.
It was good.
Nice
When I heard that,
Go back and listen through it.
Yeah, I did. He killed it.
God.
He killed it.
He killed it.
Oh my
No doubt
goodness.
about that. The whole verse was solid.
Just wait till that drops. We'll see. We'll see.
We done with Push?
Yeah.
Shout out to Push, man. One of the greatest rappers of all time. Put it in there.
Yeah, top
Pack it up.
75.
Respect to Virginia. Everybody don't got one that they can claim as being one of the best in the game in a 20-year career.
Excuse me.
Shout out to VA, Pusha T.
Top 75.
Blxst. This is the other new drop.
Blxst.
I heard that. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
That's respect.
I don't know
Blxst
why-
is my
why
guy.
you trying to disrespect Push.
That's respect,
I don't get
bro.
it. I don't get
That's
it.
respect.
Blxst is my guy. I feel like dude has never missed still.
No.
He hasn't put out any bad songs. There's ones that I like more than others, but I just love his sound.
Before you go.
I won't say that he's got a beautiful voice like some people would. But he's got a good, unique voice.
Terms. It's an artistic term.
Unique is a good artistic word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You can say that too. But it doesn't necessarily encompass everything you want to describe about something.
So beautiful is what you. Who did you even say this about? I forget.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
That guy has a beautiful voice.
We'll
man.
come
He
back to
does.
Ed.
He
We'll come
does.
back to Ed.
Anyway, boy, Blxst, man, every single Blxst record I hear is just a complete vibe in itself. I feel like you could just put on like 40 Blxst records and let them just ride and it's going to be a vibe the whole time.
Blxst is like that. I mean, I listened to it a little bit. It doesn't capture me yet. It nothing. I mean, he got some songs that I vibe to, like songs that come on the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
That I like, but it's
Catchy.
nothing that's grabbed me yet. And maybe I just got to be in the right setting and stuff. Like I was really looking for some like turn me up type shit last night anyway. And
It's a vibe. It's
that
not turn
wasn't
me up.
it.
It's
You
a
know what I'm
vibe.
saying?
From the R&B guy?
I'm just saying, like, I put that on to
That
listen
was just
to.
what you were-
and
Gotcha,
I was
gotcha.
like, all right, I can't listen to this because this ain't
He's
doing
like
it for
he's
me.
like the opposite of Rod Wave to me. He gives you good vibes throughout every song he makes.
I
honestly agree with
You're
that
not going to be
about that.
depressed after listening to his
Yeah, I mean,
songs.
he's West Coast dude.
Yeah.
So the hype I don't think you'll ever get
Somebody
hype off his
when is somebody gonna put those bars together? Put the name Blast, Rod Wave, you know.
I'm not. You want him to blast right way?
I mean, somebody's gonna say it eventually. Like, I ain't no singer, but when it's Rod Wave, I'll blast or something. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Somebody say some shit like that eventually.
Maybe they can put it together a little better. I see what you was trying to do.
Yeah.
I kind of like blast and Rod Wave.
Yeah. When it's Rod Wave,
I wouldn't see the correlation until I just made that comparison just then. But I see what you're trying to do.
Well, you can say about anybody about that sings, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the correlation. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, to me, it's just like the perfect combo of he still raps a little bit on the verses, still kind of like sing raps it.
It's all harmonized.
It has the R&B side. I don't like usually the straight R&B, so for me, he's the perfect artist. But he seems to be catching on and getting pretty big.
That boy fire, man. He don't miss.
I think he's a pretty big artist overall.
Yeah,
I mean, he gets a ton of radio play right now. He has a pretty good following. I don't think his name is like a household name yet.
Nah.
So yeah, he got some room.
He's still
to grow
fairly
there.
new. I think it's like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, right. I just kind of learned about him within the last year or so.
Yeah.
So he got a lot of room to grow.
Back in 2019-ish. I think it's my first.
He's a solid artist, though. To me, it's just it hasn't pulled me in yet.
Yeah.
So
those were the 2 albums that I was listening to. I got a few singles that I like, but what else y'all got?
CMG got a new artist. CMG has the best lineup in the game.
I was thinking about that when I was thinking about rap groups going against Dreamville. I forgot about CMG. They got a nice.
We had this conversation. Yo Gotti got again one of the best labels as far as like rapper artists or whatever in the fucking game. He really does. Like again, Moneybagg Yo, ESTG, 42 Doug, M.A.C. I feel like I'm missing somebody out of that. But now he has Lil Papa signed to the label. So hopefully this is what Lil Papa needs to pop a little bit.
Was he was independent before?
I think so, or he was, I don't know, he might have had like one of those I don't know, junior type deals. I don't know, like
junior.
Yeah.
Like a junior bacon.
Yeah. I mean, one of those deals where it's like, a local drug dealer, like,
hood label.
Really put together a label type thing. So now it's official for him, and him and Yo Gotti dropped a song together. I forgot what that shit was called. Oh, H-Spot. It's pretty decent record, but I'm excited for Lil Papa, man. Hopefully he can get more recognition.
Yeah, I like his music so far.
So. Finally, one of your guys is kind of getting a little light out here.
Bro, every guy done put y'all on to is popping, dog.
Nah, your list ain't fucking with mine. It's just leave that there.
Every single one
there.
is really like the top 5 in the game type shit.
Well,
except for, like,
that is incorrect. That is incorrect. What are you talking about?
Polo G.
You got one. I've always given you Polo.
Yak.
All right, Yak been out for almost 8, 7, 9 years.
I'm just saying, but people don't like to acknowledge the fact. Rod Wave.
I'll just say, like most of your predictions, I think you have hit a decent amount, and you just forget about the 14 to 15 that you were like, this dude is next, and they didn't ever get to the.
I'm just
level
saying, which one? Which one? Tell me which artist I said was
Polo.
next.
I ignore most of your suggestions, and I don't remember all of them. So I
definitely, he's a relatively new artist, though.
Just know, I'm him, bro. Just look at my track record, bro. Jack, the Baby, Dirk. Do I need to say any more? I'm just leave it at that, bro.
You could Dirk been rapping since 2008.
He has, but I've been telling y'all he liked that, and then he had to hop on a Drake track before. Oh yeah, Dirk's kind of nice. I got to listen to every album now.
What other singles y'all got? What other singles y'all got?
I'm not jumping into
that. Boy Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, you was really hype on that.
Yo, I was listening to it at work.
I love it. I
thought that shit. I was like, yo, he was snapping on that bitch. He might have killed Lil Baby on his verse. He might have got Lil Baby on his verse for real.
That flow switch up is nuts on that.
It was nuts, yo.
You don't expect somebody him to be rapping like
it's almost spitting.
It was almost like Michael Jackson. I know that's a wild comparison. I know that's a wild comparison.
He
Like
hear his
tempo.
accent a little bit. Canceling all our plans. What he
Yeah,
said.
it was almost like Michael Jackson, like how
bag.
he was keeping the words kind of like short and like choppy. You know,
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
He started cutting up.
I love that dude.
He's
Big Ed Sheeran guy.
God is a fucking legend, man.
Even if he's not rapping, when he's singing, he's got great music. I love that dude.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, that was
And
a good.
I like the fact that how he embraces the hip hop culture like so much, man. I think it's really dope because he doesn't need to. He doesn't need any of that fan base.
Yeah, he's a
Nah, he
superstar.
legitimately likes it.
Yeah, right.
Like I said,
He loves
it's
it
not specifically a business thing.
at all.
He's a fan of hip hop and wants to work with these other artists and stuff.
So y'all think Rod Wave and Kodak gonna put a diss track out now because he did a track with Lil Baby before them?
No. I think you should see the Kodak and Ed Sheeran shit
I was
drop
gonna say,
soon.
you mentioned that they did, right?
Yeah, they gonna have. They
Yeah.
got a couple records. You should see at least one of them drop soon.
Oh, they actually did records?
Yeah, they did some songs together.
Okay. It's nice.
So we'll see. We'll
Look at
see
Ed
that.
giving back to charity. That's such a lovely thing he's doing.
Make-A-Wish kid. He found a Make-A-Wish kid.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good joke. I ain't got nothing to say back to that.
Well, no, it's been definitely a good look for Kodak for sure. For sure, I don't think Ed needs any street cred by doing a Kodak record.
Probably not.
Apparently, he came to Kodak's world with it, so I'm very interested to see what that sounds like.
That should be interesting.
You
It's
think,
not like
you
a
think
pop
he mumbled
record.
too?
Possibly,
He's like mumbled in British.
possibly. That's might be kind of dope. You never know.
What if he went like full London grime with it?
He should get on a five.
Oh, they gotta put Cole on there too and have like
He should get with five.
Yeah, get
Cole and Fabio have a London grind situation. That should be fine.
Men's don't like that.
My Puma tennis. What he said.
We finally got a new Killer Roy dropped a single. 1,000 Miles. I like that
did
quite
see
a bit.
that.
Same sound as before.
I didn't-
I heard it, but he's leaving us, bro. He's leaving.
Oh, yeah,
us.
for sure.
He in transition, bro. He's going pop on us.
I thought it sounded the same pop as before. I think the sound was the same.
I mean,
Once he
they
did a
ain't
record with
putting him in the
Justin
rap
Bieber, bro.
category no more. He's
Right.
definitely in the pop category now with these
once
rappers.
he did a record with Justin Bieber, you know what time it was.
Yeah, that was the one too.
That was it.
I was like, damn, okay, we
He don't
ain't
need us.
getting no more Pikachus or
I think
Kid
y'all,
Leroy
y'all,
don't need
flips.
us, bro.
y'all are wrong, son.
He don't need us. That's what it is.
I hope we don't leave us completely.
He don't need us.
He was
bro.
fairly pop to begin with. He just had a lot of rap features.
Man, he got signed by fucking-
vibe.
Lil Bibby in Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah, signed Lil Bibby.
Look at the album. Listen to the album.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely
pop.
poppy. I fuck with Kid Leroy, but it's getting like straight popish, all the way popish now for this record. It's cool. Not really my lane, but it's cool. I see what he's going for. He's trying to go for superstar status. So do your thing.
Yeah, I think he's already kind of there.
Yeah.
I
I
like
don't think
that.
most people know his name like that, but
No,
he's
but
working
they know the music.
For sure.
It's all over the
for
place.
sure. For sure.
I like that Ab Soul had a random single that I actually liked. I'm usually not a
did see
huge
that.
fan of his music. He
I
can
haven't
rap
heard from
really
that
well,
dude
but
in years.
same. And I like that No Cap and Kodak song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I know
my
you
favorite.
said you weren't blown away by it. I thought it was pretty good.
I think it's solid, but it's not my favorite collab from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, not no.
You ain't listen to your boy Young and Ace? He dropped last week.
I didn't listen to the album yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't listen to the album. But yeah, the All In, what is it called? All In or something like that?
It's called All on Me.
All on Me. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna check it out, but I haven't been a huge fan of his albums. No, maybe this will change my perspective on that. Like I like some of the singles he's put out, but I haven't been a huge fan. Mostly because his previous stuff just sounds a lot like Young Boy, and I'm not like a huge Young Boy fan. So hopefully, maybe from what the singles I've heard recently, he's kind of changed a bit from that. So hopefully the album has a different feel and vibe on it as well too. But yeah. Understood.
Like that
Anything
new Gunna and Lil Durk single with Tay Keith on
Oh, I
the beat.
did. Yeah, I did listen to that.
Lights off. It's pretty hard.
I didn't hear that.
Oddly enough, when I see Tay Keith's name, that's somebody that I immediately
He dropped
put
a
on the
project. He
playlist.
dropping a project, right?
Yeah, I think
he
he
got
is.
like a whole mixtape.
Yeah, it's
really?
like his song. I think.
Good.
Him and Southside. Southside dropped the track with
With Future and them. Yeah,
Future
I seen
and
that.
Travis Scott.
That was hard. I like that joint.
Yeah. That was pretty. It's pretty
You
decent.
might have missed that.
And
Who is Southside?
He's a producer.
Oh, okay.
He did like I'm trying to think of a record that you might know, but he's been involved in a lot of like hip hop records that are very popular.
Gotcha.
He's just not like a name that you would, because he works like with a producing group, so it's like not somebody whose name.
He bought 808 Mafia.
Yeah,
808 Mafia. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's what's up. Any other singles?
I think that's all I listen to. I've been really heavy on Rollo Rodriguez here lately. I've been listening to a lot of his shit.
He's
42 Doug's uncle.
That's
a
what he
little
looks
baby
like.
guy, right?
Yeah, he Fopia.
All right.
Yeah.
That's where I know his name from, was being featured on Lil Baby songs.
Right.
I don't actually know his music.
My man
like that.
sounds just like Future for sure. Like, I mean, I know we talk about a lot of these Future babies and stuff, but I mean, that's 99.9% Future's child.
They might actually be Future's babies.
Yeah, seriously.
They've been really
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a huge possibility.
Statistically, a couple of them are.
Right, easily. But yeah, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of his music. Apparently, a lot of those tracks that were
That would be wild if, like, in a few years, we decide naming out all his actual sons and they be these rappers. Yo, that would be hilarious. He put out an album called "They All My Sons," and they have all of them featured on
Roddy
the list. That shit would be fire.
No Cap,
They all my sons.
Like all of these motherfuckers sound like Future, but nobody sounds more like Future than Rollo. I mean, seriously. But he get to a little bit of bars and shit too. Not like on a no cap type level, but he got some little catchy one liners though.
Did y'all see that GQ thing?
Naming Future the best rapper alive.
Yeah, I think what's his name? Elliot Wilson wrote it, and it's called "Future is the best rapper alive." That's the catchphrase is catching everybody.
I think Future is a fucking GOAT, like a next level type GOAT. But we're talking about rapping. No, he's not. Like
we're talking about getting clicks.
That's what it was for.
That's exactly what it was.
Get out of here, man. Elliot, come on, Elliot.
Stop it.
What does GQ think they is? The source?
Right. Why does GQ get an opinion on? That was my first thought. It's like, why does GQ get a fucking opinion
GQ telling us who the greatest rapper alive is?
Where's B Dot?
Greatest fashion alive.
Reel your man's back in.
But
with all due respect, of course, now that we talking about rapping and bars, but as far as an artist, a rapper, an artist or whatever, you could probably put him in as that fourth. Between him and Nicki, you put him as that fourth after Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. You could probably put him in that conversation.
I think he, as far as a GOAT level type shit, just like career wise, and again, you can tell, like, based on his influence, like, Future has really carved what the rap game is today type shit. So I get it from that aspect, but don't sit here and tell me he's like, he can't rap with these other people if he tried type.
He can't.
It's even these other guys that I speak of that are like spawned from Future are better at rapping necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Except for like Roddy Ricch. But like Rollo and No Cap, they're better at rapping than Future is type shit. Like it's actually like, I'm not saying Future doesn't have any content, but Future ain't putting together metaphors and shit like that on a regular basis in his music. And, like double entendres and he doesn't care that much to do that. Huh?
It's not even one entendre.
Yeah, right.
Fuck a double.
This is what it is.
You get homie to say one sentence that makes sense.
Sounds cool. So they took that cool sound and shit and just like, all right, well, maybe I'm gonna put some more complexity to it.
Percocet.
Yeah, right. Those are bars.
Going crazy.
I have very little opinion on Future because he seems to be so popular with a lot of people.
Definitely is.
I feel very opposite. I like, he makes catchy music.
Right.
So there are a lot of his songs that I like. So in general, I don't think I like the majority of his music. I just don't care. So I don't argue with anybody that gives him crazy high praise. It's just not for me. Not my guy.
I can understand
But he's a monster. I understand the impact is there. There's no way you could argue that.
Right.
You listen to that Honest album in Future?
That was the yellow one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think a couple of songs. I would think that would be your lane of Future that you would like, them type of records.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
it's more like a vibe. It's not like I don't know. I just feel like you might have.
Shit, I like that.
I did.
Yeah.
There was a few on there I liked.
I don't like that, like Future on the soft type records and shit.
I think he gets in his bag when he does
Yeah, I
those
kinda
records.
like
I like the stick talk type.
I like those
Future
too.
shit.
I like them hard Jones, of course, but I feel like he kind of really gets in his. We talking about what he says. The writing, his writing gets better when he makes the slower melody.
I mean, I think his writing's pretty good on that. On his most recent song, I forgot what it's called. It's that
Valentine's
Day.
is the worst day, and he was going crazy on that joint for real.
Yeah,
he was talking some
just
shit.
because he just talked about his lifestyle. He literally talking about pimping all of these bitches that he got in his life.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's
Yeah,
like
I'm not-
you don't look for
next one.
Future for the bars. You look for the slick talk, the slick shit he be
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
when he be
right,
rapping.
right.
I'll just simp right quick, and I'm just not a fan of the disrespectful bitches. Like the people that make that music.
Well, it's
are
not.
for
It's
me.
not really disrespectful on this song.
Come
It's
on,
really
but-
just.
well, maybe not that song, but that's him. That's his image.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
that's who
I mean,
he
it kinda
is.
is.
So I don't go for him. Like
I mean,
that's
in a
that's
way.
something that kind of turns me off.
The
But
first line of the song is Valentine's is the worst day. Got too many to please.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
what are you saying?
disrespectful because it's all these women signed up. If any woman goes and dates Future and thinks that you're an idiot, like,
right,
you
right.
think that
I
he
don't
was
have a
gonna
lot
be-
of sympathy for those girls. Don't get me
you're
wrong.
dumb, ma'am. I'm sorry. You're not smart.
He got him. He got him.
But I mean,
I think that was my joint.
I haven't. When Future first came out, and this was back when I was like on my rapidy, hip hoppy
I hate
type
Future.
shit.
I hate
Oh, I did too.
I hated this.
Him and 2
Hannah
Chainz.
Montana.
that Tony Montana joint.
Oh, yeah, Tony
hated that
Montana.
record, bro.
I fucking hated
Tony
shit.
Montana. Tony
I hated
I
this
hated
shit.
that feature. Once that auto-tune started to get a little bit more polished, I was like, okay, I get it now.
I still don't know if I like that record. But he's just grown on me so much over the years that it's like to the point where it's like, all right, this is undeniable.
Same with
Dude,
me.
like I said,
Same
he'll
with
go. So I respect. For sure.
Yeah,
Who
that
did
early
Hannah
feature was
Montana?
not for me.
That was the Migos. That's why.
Was it?
Yeah, that was. I got.
There was another guy I was thinking of. Well, I guess it was the Migos.
Yeah. But
Well, we running real short on time here. Did you want to fill us in on the baby updates you said that you had?
Oh yeah.
Or anything else really specific that y'all want to cover? Like,
Anything? Y'all got anything right?
I don't have
It's not really
anything
that crazy.
pressing.
yeah, I mean, we could just go over. One through.
So allegedly, the man who stepped on his property because he didn't get in LaBaby's house. LaBaby shot him in his football field. So, so
Throwing
apparently, allegedly, don't know how much truth this is to this, but it's like a 70-some-year-old man that I think he has like some type of 70-some-year-old.
Oh,
man.
my God.
I think he has some type of dementia or something. They say he wanders the town a lot and gets
No
and winds
way.
up in places that he's not supposed to be.
How he jumped the wall?
that's a real thing.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
That's,
Like,
I don't know
a
if
lot
it's
of
true,
times.
but that's a story that I'm hearing.
Oh,
And
that's
if that's
wild.
the case, it kind of makes it a little more like,
It
damn.
doesn't look as good
It's not
anymore.
as good as like, oh yeah, you defended his career. The baby went hard. Like you shot a 70-year-old man, brother. And they didn't know where he was.
Maybe it's dark and he doesn't see the
He
target.
didn't have no
He
weapons
just-
or nothing. No, it was just him. Like
He didn't know. He didn't know. Hey.
Even still, like, yeah, the laws in North Carolina, you can defend your property. Somebody steps on it, you can do what you got to do. So he's not in the wrong. He's not gonna get charged for nothing. But it's
Bullets
just,
ain't got no age limit.
it's
Like
just
that.
sad that it was. If it was that old man, it's kind of bad.
It's sad that it was. Hey, shout out to him. It was a non-life threatening
I
injury.
mean, yeah, he said he did him a favor. I ain't
My
taking a
man,
nigga life today.
I mean, I'm talking about the 70-year-old man. That's a strong dude.
What if he forgot about it already?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, no,
Why
I
am I in
didn't
the
even know what
hospital?
happened.
Why am I in the hospital? What happened? Damn.
I just want to know how the fuck he jumped the wall.
That is a very good question.
That's impressive.
That's good.
Very good question.
Who knows?
Don't know the answer.
Don't know if this ain't true too. I'm just hearing the story that
I can't do that shit
it
today.
might be all false.
My back fucking hurts.
Definitely couldn't.
I can't do that.
Couldn't jump over the couch.
Yeah, seriously. I can roll. Man, you see Pusha T got sentenced?
Got 5 years, right?
Yeah, 63 months.
5 years.
I think it's yeah. But
What's a lighter sentence than what he would have
He's
got?
facing another charge too, so
Oh, of
I don't know
course
if they're
he
gonna
is.
like have those run. I think what is it called, concurrent or whatever, to it. But he has another charge that he has to deal with as well. He'll probably end up taking a plea to that too. But yeah, I mean, 5 years, bro. I don't think Donald Trump ain't in office no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
you
probably
in
not
there.
gonna get pardoned, bro.
You in there.
You gonna be in there.
That's a long time in his rap game.
It's not good.
Your career pretty much over. I mean, he could come back and start rapping and shit, and he'll do some clubs will book him to do some Back in Blood or whatever. But
the hype
you might have
die.
some initial hype coming out, but overall, it's all like you got to stick with the wave of music.
You got to stir that shit back up again. He's too new of an artist to go away for this.
Right. He doesn't have like the catalog and fan base.
They like Boosie or Gucci, who had like fucking almost 10 years of catalog before they got locked up.
Speaking of, we never saw Bobby Shmurda make the comeback.
Yeah,
like now it's been long enough. I think that we can start to make a judgment on.
Well, he just got released from his label. I don't know.
How long has he been out?
It's been like a year or so now.
Some change.
I haven't even heard a peep. I think
he's
put out a couple singles.
They're just not that good.
I haven't heard a peep.
He was never a good rapper, though.
Stand by what I said.
He wasn't a good rapper.
Bobby Shmurda was never a good rapper.
Rowdy Rebel was actually making more noise out of him than Bobby.
Yeah, I've seen him featured on a lot.
He put out a new record a couple weeks ago. I forgot to write up. It's called Rowdy vs. Rebel. It's a pretty hard record. I like Rowdy.
He needs to just sign with ASAP.
Probably.
Rowdy does.
He probably should, but yeah, Rowdy's making a lot more noise.
Bobby Shmurda got the clout.
See, Bobby Shmurda's issue is
he danced too much, as they say.
Yeah, that's what they say now. But before he went in, he was talking all, hot nigga. He was talking about drive-bys and doing wild gang member shit.
Yeah.
When he came out, he like made statements that like, no, I'm not making that type of music no more. I'm making fun music. I'm doing dance and shit. And the label would look at him like, no, we need another hot nigga. Like what you talking about?
Well, no, I mean,
we don't want these dance songs. We want you to talk about that gangster shit.
Crazy in his records.
Not as like he was before. He was throwing up GS9's gay. He was getting a lot of shit off. He talked about murders. He talked about murders that happened in one of the biggest songs of the year.
But let's be real though. Hot Digger was a great song because of the beat.
Yeah.
And a little dance with it or whatever. Like it was gimmicky to that. Like that's what made it blow.
One of the most famous lines of the song is "Just caught a body about a week ago," and they were serious.
Yeah, they
they literally did.
Yo, when I used to go up to New York and shit, like they used to talk like, I asked them like, what kind of music y'all listen to up here? They were like, they name like Future, blah blah blah, and then it's like, but when niggas really want to get wild, we throw on some of that GS9,
turned up,
Bobby Shmurda shit, like. I was like, oh, okay.
He was drilling before drill.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I never expected to come back because
I think he just lost his wave a little bit.
He just seems like one of them dudes that just happened to rap, but not really skilled at it. And
nobody really held him down like they was told. Well, Quavo did. Quavo did that feature for him on one of his first singles he dropped when he came out. Quavo was holding him down a little bit. But I feel like everybody just scattered away from him a little bit. Like
my man gonna be.
Nobody hold him down like there was when he was locked up. Like he here now. Do records with him.
A lot cooler to say free Bobby than to work with Bobby.
It's like what y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be helping your man's out.
Like no, Bobby, you got to make a payment.
That's the problem. Well, sure. If we're gonna get these samples in, I'm pretty much out of time now.
Hey, we good. I think that's pretty. Wrapped everything up.
Hold on. What about the guy who
we didn't talk about Kyrie?
Tyson?
I forgot about that Kyrie shit. Flicking everybody off and get fined, but that's another story.
Yeah. What about the dude? What would you do if Mike Tyson punched your shit?
Run.
Well, I don't have to answer that question because he annoyed. They had all the video of him just trying to get punched.
As fuck. Yeah.
Tyson seems pretty docile and like good head on his shoulders at this point in time. He got pushed to the edge and said, "Fuck this."
Do you know the guy who was recording that was the guy who was getting like the guy with the punchy? I guess that was his friend, like the one who was doing all the recording or whatever.
Yeah. You could tell. Like, it seemed like they had planned to do that the whole time.
I guess once they saw Mike Tyson was on the phone.
That's basically what it looked like.
Always trying to go viral.
Always trying to get
Mike could have split your shit up.
Get the shit beat out of you. Yeah, it's just wild.
I mean, they got what they wanted.
Just some advice, words of wisdom from me. If you're on the fight with Mike Tyson, I would not agitate or piss this guy off. It's just one thing you can do in your life.
Solid advice.
Yep. Mike Tyson and DaBaby. Just leave them alone.
Right. Leave these guys alone. They are known for beating people up.
It's true.
Don't get on their bad side, man. It's not going to be good.
No doubt. But yeah, let's get to these samples.
All right, we appreciate y'all. If you're on the YouTube, we got to cut these samples, but we got the audio samples coming. We'll be back next week. Peace.
Yeah. Sure.